Hopping in the bath, I try to stay right, cause I hate to see him crash. Tell him just stay in his lane and remain humble. You bound to get hit in the game, just don't fumble. I seen G's drop the ball and straight crumble. Just know, if your aunt had a dick, she'd be your uncle. What's your life like? Nigga, mine's is real. No if, mights, maybes, probably will. I'll blow your fucking head off with that revolver still. I shot a nigga on tour, that revolver still. Know when you fucking with the bully, you involved with real. I put your body somewhere, they won't solve your kill, nigga. Stop it, stop it.
Get that out of here. Hold up, man. Oh, I thought it was stupid ass fucking piece of shit. Fuck phone. We good. We good. What the fuck is going on? My fault, guys.
What is going on, everybody? Where you hide?
Zach Wilson to convert on third fucking downs, dude. It was easy throws, man. He plays that zone. You just gotta hold the players like that. You know what I'm saying? When your defensive tackles are missing tackles, when your safeties are missing tackles, when your quarterbacks are missing tackles, okay, other than James Bradbury, you're not winning football games. Take your chance, make sure what you want, so you can listen. Go get him Go get some good receiver. His Jalen Rager's not good.
And a better coaching staff too. We'll call you a cannibal.
It's like, dude, you gotta listen. You know what I'm saying? Where you going? Trying to. Where you going at?
Coming in the you wrong. But you say that because where you hiding the internet?
You know what I'm saying? Come on.
You know what I'm saying? What a star. You know what I'm saying?
He went out bold, had a couple touchdowns.
Quarterback out. Listen, man, this is the thing that we didn't do in Carson. We never took advantage of a bad character. That's why he was in there. He was going out there. This is a guy that's humble and respectful. He gave you the luxury to build around him. Down. I was Zach Wilson sit down. Because I was around. Because anybody think that we're playing a cupcake schedule? This was a team that don't get blown out. Bijan's not lasting past that. Football teams don't take him out.
Instead, he goes to the corner to Smith.
I don't think he gets past.
I don't
think he gets past Dallas.
The Bears would actually be perfect because they
really didn't win the division because it's not clinched. Because we needed it. And you saw the difference versus the Giants game. You know, we're definitely going to go to 49.
All right. Sorry about that, guys. I didn't mean the background, but let's bring her. Well, we always do this every time. Let's bring our guests over here. It's always my guy Hayden. What's up, dude? How you feeling, man? How you feeling about this game? We got
what's going on, man?
We got a big game coming up.
Sorry, I don't need no introduction. What's good?
What's up, man? I'm sorry about the took a while. For a while, man, I had to set it up and all that stuff, and
it's all good, man. Yo, that Dave East track was hot. That shit was hard as fuck.
Sure, it was Ben. I didn't know about it until I'm looking up Benny
Siegel.
Benny Siegel, yeah. My song is Die, but yeah, I think he's the hardest. I think he's the best rapper. I don't care what anybody says. I know a lot of people say Tupac, DMX. He's the best rappers, hands down. Ain't nobody coming close to his lyrics at all. There will be no other guy that will come close to him. And be honest, is like, you know, like he to me is just the best rapper, hands down. I don't care. The best rapper from Philadelphia. Isn't he from Philly? He's from Philly, right?
Yeah, he's from Philly.
So yeah, like he's hands down the best rapper. I don't care what anybody says. You listen to his lyrics and it's off the chart. But let's talk about it, man. The Philadelphia Eagles, man. We got the Washington Commanders and the Philadelphia Eagles. The Philadelphia Eagles go to Washington. The Washington Commanders come off a close win against the Saints. And there's been talk about these matchups, and obviously the Commander fans are going crazy right now, thinking they have a shot. I was listening to some of these content creators, and shout to the Commander content creators, but some of them are delusional. They're bringing up Marshawn Lattimore, and they're bringing up the fact that he shut down AJ Brown, when that's a bunch of BS. Because if you want to be real, in 2022, since they love bringing that up, Gardner Minshew was horrendous. He was horrible. And if you remember right, Hayden, you and I talked about this. I think it was you and I, and was it Eagle AK Eagle or something like that? It was one of them.
So
It was one of them. And shout out to him. I said that we were gonna lose this game, and because I didn't believe in Minshew, and he was horrendous. Whoops! What happened?
it's
All right, sorry, I thought I lost you.
It's something going on with my camera. Every time I try to cut on my camera, it gets me off the show.
Well, I mean, everybody knows your face already, so I mean, you don't have to. But anyway, they're just delusional. They over there talk about Marshawn Lattimore and how he's going to shut down AJ Brown. Listen, I like Marshawn Lattimore, but to sit there and act like this guy is going to shut down AJ Brown, that we can't pass the ball, and it's like, I don't know if you saw the NFL posts on IG. They were posting about Mike Sinisel, the cornerback from Notre Dame, who I like. Not Notre Dame, I'm sorry, Michigan. And I know you hate that guy in college, but they over there hyping him up. And it's like, bro, like, you show 2 plays, but you don't show the rest when AJ was wide open. And let's be real, Hurts played horrible in that Commanders game. We can also, since they love bringing injuries, they want to talk about Jaden Daniels was hurt. Well, Hurts was dealing with a concussion. No one brings that up. No one brings up the fact that he was hit in the head by one of his Commanders, and how the referees were building.
Hurts never gets any passes.
No, I mean, you got Dominic Foxworthy, who I think is the biggest joke on the media, and
he's zesty. He's zesty.
He over there talking about privilege. What the fuck does that even mean? Privilege. I mean, the fact that this man talk about privilege is hilarious, because he's privileged to even be on there. How the hell did he get a job? These guys just come out here, they talk out their ass, and it's like they just hate on this quarterback, and I don't understand it. I go to work with, I go to work, and obviously, I work at Giant, and I got customers who are Eagle fan. One of the Eagle fans told me that Joe Burrow would win with this Eagles team, and if you put Joe Burrow on his team, he would be better than Jalen Hurts. And I said, well, if that's the case, why can't he not win Cincinnati? Well, he don't have a defense. Well, I mean, Jalen Hurts didn't have a defense, and y'all made so much. You trashed him. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I'm tired of it, man. I'm tired of the hate for Jalen Hurts. I really am. It's no need to hate on this quarterback. This quarterback does nothing but win. And, they find ways to shit on him. It don't matter if he's passing great. Last week, he passed against the Steelers. Now it's, he got to do it more. What do you mean he got to do it more? He showed you in the Super Bowl 2 years ago he could pass the ball. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You got the Commander fans over there. They forgot what happened. They want to rewrite history. They acting like it was a close game when it wasn't. You didn't score into the last quarter of the game in garbage time. You scored 1 touchdown in the first quarter, and then after that, you disappeared. Like, I need Commander fans to stop trying to act like they're going to do something when you haven't done something against better teams.
Yeah.
When was the Titans, man? And I'm tired of it, bro. Jaden Daniels, I said all along, we're going to get to him. Why did I say that? Because he can't read a defense. He can't read a defense.
Nope.
I thought the Saints, were sacking him what? They didn't sack him 9 times?
You saw how many times we got into that backfield? I believe we had 3 sacks in that game.
Like, dude, like, they acting like Jaden Daniels was cooking the Saints, bro. They were in a shootout with the Saints, man. You know what I'm saying? But they over there, we're talking crap about how we struggle with the Saints.
We were close versus the Saints, but we weren't that fucking close to where we would lose by a 2-point conversion.
These Commander fans, man, on Twitter, on IG, they over there rewriting history. And you can't rewrite history.
They're talking crazy like their jaw broke or something.
I can't wait for tomorrow, man, because when we beat them, and by the way, I'm trying to get my guy PSN, my guy Big Simple. I'm trying to get him because I want us to versus us to go at it. I want them to versus us. I feel like a 2-2 would be nuts. I try to get Rio on here. Rio don't fuck with me. I understand. I mean, he thinks he's above me. It is cool. It is what it is. Shout to him though. A lot of these come in and content creators I don't rock with because they don't keep it real. They over there talk about Marshawn Lattimore and how, oh, we got Marshawn Lattimore. Oh, we're gonna do this. It's like, bro, like Marshawn Lattimore is not the same Marshawn Lattimore from the Saints. And you can hype up the fact that he played great against the Saints and he didn't allow any touchdowns against them. But that's about to change tomorrow because AJ Brown is playing.
They're actually hyping that up. Like, let's put this into perspective. Like, look at the Saints receivers versus the Eagles receivers. Who do they have over there in fucking New Orleans?
I don't know, man. Hey, Hottie, make sure you share this with your audience too. Just let you know if you want to share it. I don't know.
I definitely am sharing it now.
Okay, all right. Just make sure. So there's going to be people who are going to disagree with me, and I don't care. We're going to beat this team. I don't think it's going to be competitive. I don't think it's going to be close like the first game.
Well, more importantly, you're going to prove them wrong again.
Yeah. My guy beat PSN. Shout out to him, but he over there telling me that Terry McLaurin was wide open, and he was watching all 22. So if you were watching all 22, and supposedly Jaden Daniels, who's this phenomenal quarterback, PFF want to rate him as the best quarterback in passing when he passes to Terry. So why didn't he get them the football if he was wide open like you claim he was? Because here's
what I was saying in your live stream the other day. I was like, if he's so wide open, then why didn't you try Quinyon Mitchell and throw the ball his way towards Terry McLaurin?
It's hilarious, man. But let's talk about that Steelers. I think we do the Steelers after we did that already. I thought that this game against the Steelers last week, if we didn't bring it up last week, I apologize. But I think, yeah, we did a High and Sham podcast post game.
Yes, we did.
And there was a lot of optimism because Jalen Hurts showed you he can pass the ball.
Mm-hmm.
Now the narrative is, oh, this is a big game right here. Is it really? Is it really? I look at it as our next home game. I mean,
it's really our another stepping stool in our fucking path to the Super Bowl.
Like I keep on saying, the Commanders are this little boy that doesn't learn their place, and to daddy gets the belt. I mean, that's what they are. They're like our little step cousin, our little step brother. You have the Giants who are just our sons, and the Commanders are just our brothers that we just like to punch in the face because they're annoying. Okay, you had that annoying ass brother that you just don't like. That's what the Commanders are. They're like our little ass brother. All right, and we've been hearing a lot of distractions. I hope the Eagles are not hearing all of that. Where you got guys like, not to go off topic because it's been a lot. Brian Robinson comes out and says, well, we're the better team. Dude, first of all, if you were the better team, why didn't you beat us last time? And if you were the better team, how come you weren't doing your part and running the football? Oh, that's right, because you couldn't get nothing on the ground. You had what? One touchdown, one carry? You killed us in the first half, and then after that, you were silent as a mouse.
Hey, I'll keep adding to that fact. If you're the better team, then how come you guys are 3 games behind us? If you guys were the better team, then how come you didn't beat the Cowboys, but we did? You didn't beat the Steelers, but we did. You didn't beat the Ravens, but we did. Get the fuck out of here, dude.
These Commander fans, man, they're hilarious.
And the players too.
And the players are hilarious too because they over there, they're just like their fans. You would think if you were a Commanders player, and listen, I heard Brian Robinson's quote. Dude was cocky. Dude's, I don't think that, if we do our part and we clean up the penalties and we just go out and play our game, I think we're the better team. Well, I mean, you had the refs on your side and you were getting penalties called on us left and right and you couldn't win. So, I mean, explain to me, how is that possible? When you were literally getting bailed out by these fucking refs I don't like blaming the refs, but the refs were helping the Commanders last time. because it wouldn't have been close. Some of these calls, like they want to bring up the fact that A.J. Brown got shut down by the corner. Did you see the one pass interference that was on A.J. Brown that wasn't called?
That's
like,
right.
9 times out of 10, that rookie is getting called for a PI. And you over there to talk about you the better team? How? When you're not 12-2, like us. How are you the better team when you came and beat Cooper Rush and the Cowboys when we spanked them? How are you the better team, Brian Robinson? And I hope this goes to him. How are you a better team when you can't beat an elite team? And when it comes to, and don't tell me the Bears. I'm tired of Commander fans telling me the Bears stink. They fired their coach. The quarterback is looking like a bust over there. They don't have a coaching tree over there like other teams are. And you won by Hail Mary, bro. You won by a lucky Hail Mary that was just a bad defensive play by the corner because he wanted to run his mouth. And then what happened? Belt to ass when you played a road team like the Philadelphia Eagles. Because the truth is, I don't think Jayden Daniels is going to do anything special unless he learns how to throw the ball in the pocket. You're not going to, like I keep telling Commander fans, I'm going to tell PSN, I'm going to tell Big Simple we collab, or any Commander YouTuber, all right? Even in that dude, that goofy dude that wanted to bet me push-ups and never honor his commitment. I mean, I'm still waiting for that video. Where's that, sir?
He said, you said, you actually think that Jayden Daniels is better than Jalen Hurts? And he was like, yes, yes, yes. Where the fuck is he now?
Like clown talk, man. I'm tired of these bitch-ass Commander fans. I'm tired of the players, man. It reminded me, someone said this in Joey Shake's live stream yesterday. It was a call, and I called in. Shout out to Joey Shakes, by the way. I called in, but there was an Eagle fan that said they remind me of the 49ers. You know how we beat them in the NFC Championship game and they're crying about spilt milk, about something that they could have controlled, but they couldn't. Not even spilled milk. They're crying about something that they didn't do, and that was win. They're crying over the fact that they think they're the better team when they're not. Oh, we're going to punish them. You remember the 49ers were talking the way they did?
Yeah. Oh, if we had this certain type of player, we would have won the game. Like they were like Steelers fans last week.
It's pathetic, man. It's pathetic. And people in the chat, let me tell you something. I don't care what nobody says. I don't take the Commanders seriously. I don't. I think we're going to blow these boys out. I do. I don't think they're going to be able to stop this running game. I watched the Commanders versus Saints. Dude, they were playing Ian Book. He sucks. He couldn't throw in the back of the barn. What?
And Rattler too.
I mean, come on, bro. Like they weren't playing Derek Carr. Derek Carr would rip them apart.
They would.
He was hurt. And then they acting like they won, blown out the Saints. They acting like, no, bro, you were in a shootout with them. You had to get a 2-point conversion just to win that game. And they were lucky that they didn't get that 2-point conversion because they would have won that game. Like, you weren't blowing them out. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like Jayden Daniels was going crazy. Let me pull up his stats because I watched the NFL and they bring up his stats. You know how they do the breakdown preview matchups. And I want to bring this up because I don't know where these Commander fans are, but if there's any, let me read your quarterback stats for last game. Because, and then we're going to go into what the Eagles did to y'all. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all want to run around here and talk crazy out your neck and think that you're above everybody and that we should take you seriously when your quarterback, and let me pull this up, okay? Let me pull this up real quick. Let me find it real quick. Do I have it still? I think I do. Here's screenshots. Let's pull it up real quick. It's ridiculous, man. These Commander fans talking reckless, and I'm tired of it, man. I'm tired of them. Let me see.
Oh man, Big D with a huge fact. He said Washington, Baltimore, and Cincinnati, all top 6 scoring offenses, got held under 20 points by Philly. Something that Washington could not do versus each of them.
No. I mean, hold up. I have Jayden Daniels stats. I mean, I posted this on Twitter. I don't know if you saw that. I posted on Twitter because these Commander fans are crazy. Versus the Saints, he had 206 yards, 2 TDs, 0 interceptions, and had a 1108.5 rating.
And that's Spencer Rattler, right?
against Spencer Rattler. Yeah.
Hey, yo, and that's only in one half. He came in the second half.
Against the Philadelphia Eagles, 191 yards, 1 TD, 1 interception, 81.6 rated.
Wow.
Against the Steelers, elite team that we just beat, 202 yards and it's 68.5. Okay.
They're scared of the big dogs, bro.
Against the Cowboys, 275 yards, 2 TDs, 2 interceptions, and 82.7.
I want you to rewind a little bit. Go back to that Ravens game that they played.
Okay. All right. What did he have with the Ravens? Let me look it up. Because I just pulled it up. What he did against us, because I wanted the Commanding fans to be quiet because they over there talking about, oh, Jaden Daniels was hurt. Well, if he was hurt, then why the fuck is he playing? Why is he playing?
We know Jalen Hurts can know how to win while playing through injury.
The dude played through a concussion. People want to forget that, but I'm not. Did he play good against the Commanders? No, he did not. He played like trash, and
It was a mixed bag performance because he didn't he didn't get it going until the second half.
This is where I think Jalen Hurts is going to turn it up, because Jalen Hurts knows how important this game is, and I don't care what Commander fans think. Or let me put up.
Doesn't it seem like he and the Eagles can play better on the road anyway?
Mm-hmm. So week 6, not to cut you off, Hayden. So let me bring up what you wanted me to bring up. Watch the Commanders quarterback Jaden Daniels face the golf against the Baltimore Ravens. Daniels threw for 269 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, with a 68.57% completion success rate and 110.3 passing rating.
Not bad, but you still lost.
Again, and they got destroyed by the Ravens, so it didn't matter. I mean, like I don't care about their stats. Do they win? Do they win? I mean, did they win the game? No. So why do I care about their stats? And and that's the thing that I don't understand about these guys like PFF and whatever these other clowns who have a podcast and network. They're over there hyping Jaden Daniels against elite teams that he can't beat. And they over there to see, it wasn't his fault. But, they over there forgetting that we shut his ass down in Philadelphia. That man was spooked out his boots. His clothes were like, you ever seen the cartoon when they get scared, their clothes just fall off their body and they just escape? That's what Daniels looked like. His clothes were off his back and he just vanished. You didn't see the Jaden Daniels that everybody so-called said he was going to turn up. You know what I'm saying?
There's an Instagram picture out there. It's a post by NFL on Fox. There's like 2 elite dual threat QBs, and I stopped reading there. But I'm like, yo, they're not both elite. Jalen Hurts is the only elite one I see.
How is Jaden Daniels elite when he can't beat a team over 500? Where is these people coming from with these takes, man? Where are they coming from? How is Jaden Daniels elite when he couldn't beat the Philadelphia Eagles when Jalen Hurts wasn't playing great? When their offense wasn't playing, let's be real, our offense was not clicking like this should be. No. You had a chance in that game.
You had.
Why didn't Jaden Daniels show everybody on Thursday Night Football? Because I swear these commentators were riding his nutsack like it was like he was the next Brady.
Washington's defense stepped up for about 3 quarters, and then they ran out of gas because they were on the field too long.
He said, Big D said, dude, like, he talked about neither of them are elite. Jalen Hurts is elite. What did you talk about? Jalen Hurts is beating quarterbacks are elite. Which Big D? Let me ask you a question. What is your definition of elite? Because maybe you can help me out. But I think elite is when you've been to a Super Bowl. Yes, you didn't win it, but you've been to a Super Bowl. You have Jalen's a 2-time, 3-time Pro Bowler, 2-time Pro Bowler, All Pro, second All Pro, and he's beating guys like Josh Allen, Burrow, Jared Goff, all these quarterbacks that they put above him, beating guys like Jordan Love, beating guys like Russell Wilson. I mean, everybody wants to talk about, but he wasn't good last year. Like, I got an argument with an Eagle fan at work because he wanted to tell me Jalen Hurts had more picks. No, he did not. Josh Allen did.
He still found a way to beat Patrick Mahomes last year.
Yeah, I mean, but he want to argue me about it, and I had to show him. I showed it to him. He said, "Well, he's third on the list." You just told me he had more interceptions than any other quarterback, and when I showed you, you said, "That don't mean nothing. Josh Allen takes chances. He's reckless. That's not taking chances. That's reckless." Okay.
And Jalen Hurts has 32 touchdowns this year total. Total touchdowns. He has 32. Out of the 32, he has 18 passing TDs.
Lamar didn't look much better than him. No, because these quarterbacks are not as great as people think they are. I'm tired of them trying to act like they're better than Jalen Hurts when they're not. Guys,
they were glazing fucking Lamar Jackson mad hard before they played us.
What did I say, Hadi? How do you think? What did I say this offseason? What did I say? We're going to beat
Baltimore. Lamar Jackson is not that great, and that's also what I said.
I said we're going to beat Baltimore. We're going to beat Cincinnati. And I said we're going to lose to teams like the Buccaneers. Why do you think that? Because I said that was a trap game. That was a trap game right there. The Buccaneers. Because I just think Todd Bowles.
I honestly wasn't expecting the Atlanta game to be a trap game.
I didn't expect that. But, those were trap games. I mean, you could talk about the Panthers. I think we weren't prepared for them. We were prepared for the Steelers.
We were definitely sleepwalking in that game.
Yeah, I mean, like, at the end of the day, man, Jalen Hurts is the best quarterback in the NFC East. I think he's the top 5 quarterback. People are going to debate me with it, and rightfully so. I disagree with them. If you think Josh Allen is MVP, the way his numbers are right now, I don't know what you want me to say. They're not, because Josh Allen is not doing as much. Yes, he goes in and beats the Lions. The Lions are overrated. I'm telling you right now, the Lions are going to lose to the Bears, man. They're going to fall off. They have not been through adversity. They have not. They're so used to winning in big. They're so used to winning in big scores. They remind me of, what's that team that fell off before the playoff game? Not the Eagles. There was another team. They remind me of a little bit like the Dolphins. Not the Dolphins. I would say, what was the team that was the Cowboys? They remind me of the Dallas Cowboys in 2000 and I would say 20 or 2020 when they were killing teams with Dak and until they played real teams. And then they fell off. And then they hit the playoffs and, they look lost. Like, they remind me of the Cowboys, bro. That's what they remind me. They remind me of a Dallas Cowboys team. If you remember, the Dallas Cowboys were killing teams. They were playing bad teams until they played real competition.
It was 2021.
2021, excuse me. Sorry about that. And everybody was sitting there saying the Cowboys, this was their year, all that. And they dealt with injuries, but they also didn't have any fight in them. And I think the Lions are going to learn real quick that they're not that team that they thought they were. You know what I'm saying? The Philadelphia Eagles are going to, in my opinion, get the number 1 seed. I'm going to say it first right now. The Philadelphia Eagles will get the number 1 seed because simply the Lions will lose to the Bears, and I think they lose to one of those games. I mean, who do they have after that? They have the Lions, and I don't know what it is, but I think the 49ers get them somehow. I just do. I know the 49ers are bad, but the Lions are going through a lot of adversity, and I don't know if they're going to be able to handle it. They couldn't beat the Bills. And Josh Allen was able to drop, 40? Was it 40? And they ran the ball on them like it was nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They want to talk about injuries. Well, a lot of teams have injuries. You look at every NFL team, and I'm sure there's injuries. The best teams find ways to win, and they go through adversity, and they not adversity. They go through injuries, and they find ways to win and overcome those things.
We lost for is resiliency.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But it is what it is, man. At the end of the day, I feel like the Eagles are the number 1 seed team that no one wants to see in Philadelphia. And if we get that number 1 seed, if we get the number 2 seed, I'm comfortable going into Detroit. Yeah, but back to the Commanders, man. They're jokes, bro. They're jokes. I would love to play them 3 fucking times if I could get a W in the playoff game against them. I don't care if it's in Washington. I don't care if it's in Philly. Your ass is getting spanked. You're not winning this game. You damn right I have confidence. Your quarterback cannot throw the ball in the pocket.
I'm definitely cocky about this.
I think we're going to blow them out, man. I don't think it's going to be like last time. Their defense
is going to be like a 31-14 type affair.
Yeah. I don't think they're going to score 14 points. I think they score 7. I think they score only 7.
That's a great point, Jaden.
But I appreciate y'all for in chat, man. Hit that like button, subscribe, man.
That's a great point, Jaden. He said the Lions are blowing teams out like the 2021 Cowboys, and then once they get to the playoffs, they don't know what to do.
Yeah. The Commanders are, to me, and someone said this in Joey's face, but they said they were the Dolphins. Remember last year, the Dolphins, how they were beating bad teams? They were cooking the Broncos, and then they played against teams like us, and they struggled. And that's the thing. They talk about the high-power offense, and they were going to do this to Philly. It's like, no, you're not. You're not, because we can be bad as all we want. Like, we have issues last year. But one thing we were resilient, and we found ways to win until we couldn't find ways to win anymore, and we were just collapsing. This year, this team is different.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The Philadelphia Eagles are going back to the Super Bowl, and I don't care what nobody says. If you don't think this team is going back, well, open up your eyes and look what's happening. You got chemistry that's with these players. You can have all these players. The Commanders go out and sign all these guys, and they draft Jaden Daniels, and Commander fans don't know how to act because they never experienced winning. And they're over there delusional. And I'll say to every Commander fan, you think we're the worst fans. How are we the worst fans when y'all are the worst fans right now? Y'all
was dead ass quiet when I made it to Dallas this season.
Like, what's going to happen when we sweep y'all and we're going to have our hats with the division, NFC's division champions, Philadelphia Eagles? It's going to be a wrap. There's nothing you can do. There's nothing you can do. I don't give a damn if you have Marshawn Lattimore. Put Marshawn Lattimore on A.J. Brown 1-on-1. No safety help. Matter of fact, I don't want Marshawn Lattimore on A.J. Brown. I want him on Devontae Smith. I want that rookie corner that you've been hyping up to shut down A.J. Brown. I want him on him.
It's a mismatch either way.
I want him on him because Devontae will cook Marshawn Lattimore. I'm not worried about him. Last time he played Devontae Smith, Devontae burned him.
Speed kills.
Let's put up the past.
Speed kills.
Let's talk about what he did in his rookie year. Since y'all want to put up the past in 2020, when Devontae literally cooked him. Come on, bro. Like, you over there talking. Dallas got to rip them apart. You want to bring up the New Orleans Saints week 2? How about week 2? What was it? Week 3?
Yes.
Was it week 4? It was week 4, right?
Week 3.
It was week 3. Devontae cooked them. Dallas got to cook them. Our offense cooked them. Y'all running around here talking about Marshawn. Like, you think he's Richard Sherman from his prime? Is that what y'all trying to act like? He's Richard Sherman?
Yeah.
You run around here like he's Richard Sherman from 2015 with the Legion of Boom? Y'all lost your mind, bro. Just because you got Dan Quinn don't mean you got Richard Sherman and Cam Chancellor and them boys over there. You might got Bobby Wagner from the Legion of Boom, but he's washed. You don't got a elite corners like y'all think you do. I want Mike Sinisel, whatever that dude's name's, on A.J. Brown 1-on-1, no safety help. And I want Marshawn Lattimore on Smith. Don't put A.J. Brown with Marshawn Lattimore. No, give me that rookie that you were hyping up, what the NFL was hyping up. I want to see that matchup. Because I promise you.
You know what this kind of reminds me of? Like how they, hyped up Josh Norman when they acquired him.
Dude, these Commander fans, listen, do I think Marshawn Lattimore is a good corner? Absolutely. I like Marshawn Lattimore. And if we got Marshawn Lattimore in a trade, I would be ecstatic. But here's the thing. That's not what y'all needed. You know what you need to do? You need to get before the game. You need to go get Dante. What's his name? The receiver that the Baltimore Ravens cut. You need to go get him in Washington right now because you're not going to have a shot in hell keeping up with us. You don't got the firepower. You shut down. I'm telling you, you shut down Terry McLaurin and you make Jaden throw the ball. He can't do it
from the pocket. From the pocket, keep him in the pocket.
Facts. Jaden Daniels had what again? I'll read it for y'all. Since y'all definitely forgot to listen, and you obviously blind because you think he was cooking the Philadelphia Eagles last time because y'all run around here and being reckless, like y'all gonna do something. Big Simple should be ashamed of himself. I'm gonna talk to him tomorrow. Hopefully he comes with PSN and I in hiding tomorrow before 10 a.m. because I'm over here listening to him and Cool Cat. And he over there talking about Jaden Daniels is elite. Jaden Daniels going to show something. Bro, sit down, man. Jaden Daniels ain't showing nothing.
He had his chance. He's going to do the exact same thing he did in the last game.
He's showing nothing. He's going to sit there and take an L, man. You trying to hype up. Listen, I love Big Simple. But these Commanders YouTubers have lost their mind, bro. It's okay to be optimistic. I get it. New owner, new money. You're going to be cocky.
I would have just been like, okay. I would have been like, let's just see how Jaden Daniels does because this is a very tough Eagles team. They should realize that.
Brian Robinson, this is the quote from his weird, goofy ass. Brian Robinson Jr. believes the Commanders are a better team than the Eagles. I believe it will be a tougher test for Philadelphia this time around as well. Jaden Daniels looks healthier, and his team could have both Marshawn Lattimore and Jonathan. I don't care if they have freaking Derek Stingley Jr. I don't care if they go out and get Devin White from the Texans. I don't care if they go out and get Ray Lewis in his prime. You're not winning this game. And Brian Robinson, again, what was your carries versus us? Did you even score? You scored maybe one touchdown? The only guy that was really cooking us was Austin Eckler. You weren't doing nothing, buddy. You had one touchdown. After that first quarter, we put your ass in check. Didn't Jalen Carter slam you on your ass last time? Didn't we bobble you up in the backfield?
Wasn't Zach Vaughn getting busy? Wasn't Zach Vaughn getting busy?
I know he was getting busy with Jaden Daniels. Put that little boy on his ass. Jaden Daniels better hope he don't. Jaden Daniels don't run that ball. You better throw that ball. You don't want to get your ass popped like last time.
That's right. You don't think he's thinking about that injury?
You over there talking about he was hurt. No, dummy. He was hurt when he played that defense because we put pain on his ass.
He's scared of us. He's still thinking about that injury.
You over there talking about Jaden Daniels was hurt. It's an excuse, bro. Your quarterback wasn't feeling it until after the game. Because if you were talking like that, like he was hurt, you wouldn't be hyping him up like PSN was. Like, no respect them. Shout out to all these Commander YouTubers. It's just trash talking. I mean, y'all do it, we do it. Big Simple over there talking about he was one of them ones. He's going to show something. Now he's talking about it's his birthday. Well, he's going to have a bad birthday tomorrow. He's going to have a bad wish tomorrow. Because the Philadelphia Eagles are going to smack him around. It's your birthday. Congratulations. You're holding this L for your birthday.
Merry Christmas.
And a Happy New Year. Like what's that from Home Alone?
Yeah.
Merry Christmas.
With the gat in my hand. Now get down on your knees and tell me you love me, motherfucker.
I wish I could play that audio. I might download the audio just after we whoop their hell out of the computer.
Yeah, go ahead and do it. Go ahead and do it, bro.
I might do that tomorrow, man. Jalen Carter slams lots of dudes down and also gets under people's skin. He was just a menace. The Fraud Manders fans are hilarious. Dude, they are freaking annoying. You would think for a team that hasn't been, you got Commander fans talking to Jets about poverty. You're a poverty friend. What the fuck is y'all? What is y'all, man? What is the Commanders? Aren't they poverty too? How are you going to talk? Listen, you shouldn't be talking to a Jets fan the way you do. You know why? Because you're no different than them. You just got irrelevant. Like Commander fans have lost their mind on Twitter, lost their mind on IG. Y'all poverty too. That's why y'all been tanking for how many times in the past? Tanked for Chase Young, tanked for Jaden Daniels, tanked for who else? Brian Robinson,
Haskins.
You tanked. You had. Come on, bro. You tanked for Terry McLaurin. You got him in what, the early? Well, you got him in the 3rd round. Never mind. You didn't tank for him. But you've been tanking for most of the time. You got Jonathan Allen was a tank, bro. That's how you got him and Montez Sweat. You were tanking. Every single year y'all been tanking. You're no different than the damn Giants, except you finally started to get a different owner. And your team is a little bit better.
And Big Simple was in a nutsack the last time they won it all.
Oh my God, these Commander fans, man. I can't wait to whoop their asses, bro. I hope we drop 40 on them, man. Don't give them mercy. I want to, Nick.
Please, Eagles, please do not give them any mercy.
I hate this fucking fan base. I'm starting to hate them, bro. They get on my nerves, man.
I want a very clean blowout. I don't have to want to worry about anything in this game.
Philadelphia ain't poverty. No, bro. Like, we've been in the dude. Poverty is when you haven't been to the playoffs like consistently. We've been to the playoffs much as we talk about Super Bowls. Since Jeffrey Lloyd's been the owner, we've been to the playoffs pretty much every year.
They haven't won a playoff game since people were stomping in their Air Force Ones.
The last time the Commanders were really good and were really contenders, Sean Taylor was in his prime before he passed away, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Hey, the last time they won a division was in 2020 when we had Carson Wentz and Dak was hurt. And all
with a losing record.
Right. Yeah, what were they? 7-9? Were they 7-9?
Yes.
They were horrible, man. You know what I'm saying? That was the year where I remember because I went home and I was pissed off because I was working at Sesame Place and they wouldn't allow me to they scheduled me when they were supposed to. At least my job allows me to take off for somewhat. They weren't even allowing me to do that. So, I had issues with them. But I remember that. And there was nothing really to watch because I watched my quarterback suck ass. Yep. You know what I'm saying? And obviously, he wasn't my quarterback because he was a little bitch inside. Jalen Hurts is my quarterback. And that's just what it is. Don't worry. Remember when delusional Giant fans thought they could beat us in 2022 playoffs and we spanked them? Dude, I honestly don't think the Philadelphia Eagles are going to play the Commanders 3 times. I think we're going to have the number 1 seed. I think the Lions, the way the Lions are right now, they don't have David Montgomery. That's huge.
Remember, we also have to beat out the Vikings too because we don't win that tiebreaker with them neither.
Man, listen, I would love to go to Minnesota to spank them too, man. It don't matter if we get the number 2 seed, the number 1. I'm confident. The Washington Commanders should have never worried about Super Bowls. You know what they should have worried about? Getting the number 1 seed to go through Washington. Because they would have had a better shot in hell winning the championship if it went through Washington. But what did they do? They fumbled. They fumbled the bag.
Yeah, they did.
Jaden Daniels after the Bears game. I'm really them ones. Oh, you really? Oh, okay. Yeah, until you met the Philadelphia Eagles. Hey, Jaden, welcome to the NFC East. You're not the best quarterback in the division. Sorry. It runs through Jalen Hurts. I said it all on. I'll say it again. Jalen Hurts is like Mahomes and every other quarterback. They run this division. Like Brady ran the Patriots and they ran the division every time. It don't matter how good you were. You had Brady in your division. You weren't winning.
Through the first 9 or so weeks of the season, everybody was saying that Jaden Daniels was the best quarterback in this fucking division. Dude, I'm like, yo, let's chill out on that because he hasn't beaten anybody that was good.
Like, I'm tired of people trying to act like Jaden. Can we just confirm it right now? The man is another version.
I was saying
he's another version.
Through the first 9 weeks of the season, I'm not buying this record that Washington has. And look at where they at now.
He is another version of a running quarterback, a guy that he's going to struggle with not be able to stay in the pocket. You know, that's why I was so happy when Washington drafted him. Honestly, you should have drafted next year's quarterbacks because honestly, I don't think Jaden Daniels is going to be what everybody thinks he is. I don't care how many weapons you give him around. I don't believe in Jaden. I don't see what everybody's seeing. They talk about his arm talent. What arm talent? You take away Terry McLaurin, you play elite team like he's been playing. He struggles. You talk about the Titans? You talk about you beating the Titans and you had a shootout with the Saints and your best win was blowing out the Panthers?
Come on.
And you talk about Chicago, how they're so-called a good. The Chicago Bears are not even going to make the playoffs, bro. They're not. They're done. They fired their coach and the rookie is a horrible, looking like a, I'm not going to say he's a bust because it's his first year, but he's looking like one. He looks defeated over there. Thank you, DeAndre Swift. Good job going somewhere where you can't win. Good job. You learn from your lessons. Since you wanted all the money, there you go. Welcome to what you get paid to do. You know, you want all that money, you go to bad teams.
That goes to Hassan Reddick too.
Yeah, it is what it is. He said we'll revisit after next season. What, bro? Big D.
Washington is not that good.
I need you to stop trying to overlook things that are right in front of you. You have a tendency of being, I don't want to say because you're going to get upset, but you have a tendency of being too negative. Listen, last year you had the right to be upset. I get it. This team is not 2023. I'm not worried about nobody because we're going to put belt to ass on them.
Secondary is much better than last year.
Way better, man. I think there was a quote on IG. I don't know if you saw, Heidi. Fangio has held teams. I think they said less than 10 points per game. All right. If that's the case, stand him now. I don't care if he's standing now.
They're holding them to slightly under 20.
What team is really going crazy right now? You look at the Chiefs. They're not going crazy. Now you got people who talk about, well, if they need to go get Garrett Wilson. No, they don't. I'm tired of them getting weapons, man. I'm tired of that quarterback winning. I pretty much don't like Patrick Mahomes. They try to hype him up, and I'm tired of seeing him. I'm tired of seeing the other dude. But they're not winning because Patrick Mahomes is elite. They're winning because their defense and their special teams is bailing them out. They're winning in shootouts. Josh Allen is becoming more of a game manager, and that's nothing wrong with that because that's what he needs to be. He doesn't need to do it all on himself. Sometimes a running back is your best friend, and when you have guys like Amari Cooper who he can rely on, he can do things. You know, when the quarterback is a game manager, it sometimes helps him out. You know what I'm saying? That's what he's becoming. He's becoming a game manager. There's nothing wrong with that. Game managers win championship. Brady was a game manager for a long ass time. Now they call him a GOAT. Joe Montana was a game manager for a while, and then you know, obviously, you know, in the beginning he wasn't, but then he became game manager, and you saw winning championship. Hell, Nick Foles was a game manager, and you saw winning championships do. Jalen Hurts is a game manager. Nothing wrong with that. I think every quarterback in the NFL is a game manager. I'm sorry, is Mahomes going crazy right now? I don't think so. Mahomes is struggling. You know what I'm saying? He's more of a game manager than anything. What does he do? They run the ball, and they pass it to Kelce. He's not going crazy. He's not making people miss with his legs and all that stuff. He does it somewhat, but he's not doing what he used to do before, and that is fine.
EC1. So Big D was saying about that quote that you just read from him. He was basically saying, we'll revisit that, you know, because he doesn't see Jaden Daniels as really a successful back over time.
Hey, D, listen, my apologies. I thought you were talking about we revisit like Jalen Hurts has to show you. Like, listen, I think Jalen Hurts has to win a Super Bowl. All right, and I think Jalen Hurts is going to get it done.
The window is wide open.
Yeah. I mean, if he don't win the Super Bowl this year, man, then you know there gotta be conversation about is he you know, is he another guy that we don't want to talk about, but McNabb, where he can get you there, but he can't win it. Because the ultimate goal is to win it. You know what I'm saying?
Holidays, very nicer.
But I think Jalen Hurts is going to get there. And I think that this team right now is going back and finishing the job.
Happy holidays to my guy Grandizer. And
Happy holidays to y'all, man. Appreciate for watching as always. Wasn't having he said what? I wasn't buying either when they lost to the Ravens. I wasn't buying it either. Dude, the Commanders are frauds, bro. They're the Dolphins from last year, man. They're the Dolphins from last year. Hell, they're a team that they beat on bad teams. They're the version of the Cowboys a little bit. They beat on bad teams, and they get spanked by real teams. That's what they are. I'm sorry, but I don't think Jaden Daniels is Mr. Elite. They want to sit there and say he's Rookie of the Year. Well, if he's Rookie of the Year, then freaking who else should be Rookie of the Year? Because I don't think he's Rookie of the Year. If he gets Rookie of the Year, then my God, Saquon Barkley better be getting MVP. Because if that's what we're going to do, that's what we're going to do. But, they're not going to do that. They're going to be biased. Oh, so he's Rookie of the Year. Okay, well, how's he Rookie of the Year? He can't beat teams over 500. Well, he should be a Pro Bowler. Stop it, man. I don't want to bring that guy up, but Dan Sileo and Jacob made it. This guy was talking about Jaden Daniels is a Pro Bowler. And Pro Bowls are are way better than Super Bowls. What kind of dumbass fucking state? This is the prop.
Where do they get that at?
Hey, listen. One thing about that guy, the guy that called you out for it, he went after Dan Sileo. Listen, that Dan Sileo show is going to be gone next year. I don't think it's going to be back. It's splitting up. You already see it. It's the Skip Bayless and Shannon Sharp. It's already happening because Dan Sileo can't handle when someone has a different opinion, and he clearly can't handle it when he gets owned. And he gets owned. You know what I'm saying? He gets owned. He can't have a normal conversation, and his takes are crazy. I don't want to go off topic, but he over there talking about Jaden Daniels is a Pro Bowl type quarterback. How? And he says that Pro Bowls are better for team who are players who want to come and play for a team better than Super Bowls. Really? Yeah. Well, if that's the case, then Carson Wentz would have so many players coming for him because he was a Pro Bowler. And no team player really liked him. So that's a bunch of bull crap, and I don't know where the hell you got that from. Actually, if you want to be real, Super Bowls are actually way better than the Pro Bowlers because look at guys have won multiple Super Bowls that want to play for those teams. Let's go back. The Philadelphia Eagles won in 2017. How many free agents wanted to come to Philadelphia after that year? There was a lot. And a lot of them actually took one-year deals to come play for a championship team. So that's the dumbest, stupidest thing you can say. And this guy's supposed to be, this is the guy that we're supposed to listen to? These analysts, and not to jump off topic because I'm going over a place and I understand it, but bear with me. This is what I'm trying to point it back to. They hype up guys like Jaden Daniels. They swerve it down Bo Nix. Colin Cowherd comes out and says Bo Nix is better than Jalen Hurts. I'm sorry, did you watch Bo Nix on Thursday Night Football? He didn't look too good. He did not look too good. That man can't throw from the pocket. But you got guys like that.
Although I'll still take Bo Nix over Jaden Daniels.
That's a tough one. I think Bo Nix is trash. Jaden Daniels is probably the best quarterback in the draft. The problem with Jaden Daniels that he got to learn is, number one, he got to take some stuff from Jalen Hurts. Learn how to slide. He takes so many hits. He reminds me of Cam Newton where he doesn't know how to protect himself. He wants to make that big play. Not saying he is Cam Newton because that would be ridiculous to say, but he wants to run like Cam Newton. But he's not Cam Newton. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying he's Cam Newton. So people that come about, hey, you say he's Cam Newton. Not in, because he's not Cam Newton. Cam Newton could throw the ball. Jaden Daniels can't. All right. Cam Newton in his rookie year could launch that ball. Cam Newton also was very good was able to eventually learn how to protect himself. But before, he was reckless. You remember how he was flipping over people and all that stuff? Jalen Hurts, what does he do? He knows how to slide. And some of these quarterbacks don't know how to slide properly. You ever notice they slide on their face? They slide on their backs. You're going to get hurt like that.
Yeah.
He got to learn how to slide with his like a baseball player.
Like with his feet.
And that's another thing. And I feel like this game, he's going to struggle. We're going to shut down this running game. And we're going to dare Jalen Daniels to throw the ball. And he's going to try that RPO, bullcrap. Cliff Kingsbury comes out and he's saying, I wasn't prepared. What do you mean you weren't prepared? You're an offensive coordinator. How were you not prepared for the big? Like, we're not going to sit there. Bro, yeah, sorry, I'm going crazy. That game versus the Philadelphia Eagles was the biggest game for the Commanders. If you win that game, you win the division probably. Because you would have an easier schedule than we did. And if you look at the schedule, you had a better chance of winning the division than we did. Look at the teams before we played them. Like, everybody had us losing to Baltimore. Everybody had it losing to who else?
Steelers.
The Steelers. You had nobody that you should have feared at all. If you beat the Eagles, you're probably in first place, and we would have to catch up with you, and you probably would get that probably would be in close to that number 1 seed. So I mean, these guys that they hired, the Commanders coaches, Dan Quinn, Cliff Kingsbury, they over there talk about we messed up last time. That's how I know that they're going to get fooled again. Because why would you say something like that? First of all, and another thing is, how were you not prepared as an offensive coordinator? Cliff Kingsbury is not a good offensive coordinator in the first place, I don't think. He couldn't even develop Kyler Murray. You know what I'm saying? Look what Jonathan Gann doing with Kyler Murray. I think he's looking better. Honestly, he's looking better. But Cliff Kingsbury is terrible. They went from Eric Bieniemy thinking he was the problem to Cliff Kingsbury. Come on, and you got Brian Johnson. Good, thank you. You can take him too. Hey, listen. If it helps us, I don't care.
Yeah.
But again, these Commanders, their defense can't stop the run. Weren't the Saints able to run on them?
Yes, and that's another good point. Saquon was pretty good going into that fourth quarter, but then he really exploded going into that fourth quarter.
Why are these Commander fans talking so reckless, man? Like they want to sit there and say, well, what do you talk about? You said when you're going off topic, I don't know where to start because I'm trying to figure out where is this energy coming from? Who puts you in the spot to talk like my guy LB says, shout to him if he's watching. Who puts you in that spot to even run your mouth like you are a team? You're not the Philadelphia Eagles. You're not. You are the Commanders, the overrated, overhyped, fraud-ass team. You're the fraud-ass team. You're not good. And I don't think you're good enough to even beat us at a 50% of if we didn't have A.J. Brown, we still would have whooped y'all. We still would have whooped y'all. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, the Commanders are not a great team. The media hypes them up because they want to make them like the NFL darlings, just like the Lions.
Mm-hmm.
Well, didn't you hear the same fairy tales don't last?
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes, it doesn't come true. I mean, I don't know, Heidi. Like, these Commander fans make me mad. I wanted to jump on a podcast with you. I've been wanting to talk about this team so freaking bad because I'm tired of them hyping up their team. Like, listen, you can hype up your team when you beat a freaking good team. You played the Bears.
Let's be honest. Let's be honest with Washington real quick. They bore me. They don't do anything special. What is making them come out just like, oh yeah, we can beat the fucking Eagles who are on a 10-game tear right now?
They're what are they, man? Like I'm watching the Commanders. I try to watch them, but it's like they're hard to watch, and maybe they think we are hard to watch because we do the tush push. And everybody complain about the tush push. Listen, get over it. It's not going to. They're not changing the rules. But it's like these Commander fans over there to I can't wait to play y'all. Y'all forget that we were hurt. Blah blah blah. It's like, dude,
they're not hurt. They're hurt emotionally.
You got your pride hurt, man, and you think talking about something that's not going to happen is going to help you, and it's not. I don't care what Brian Robinson says. Brian Robinson's going to get his ass smacked. I'm telling you, first carry, Brian Robinson's going to get it put on his ass. That's going to set the tone right there. I really do believe it. Brian Robinson's going to get put on his ass. Just for running his mouth. You don't think the team hurt? What was wrong with my connection? You think you're better than us? How are you better than us? And who is Brian Robinson? Who is you? I'd rather hear from Terry McLaurin. You know why? Because Terry McLaurin at least does something. You didn't do nothing. Terry McLaurin didn't do nothing.
Yeah. He only had a catch for a measly 7 yards.
Hiding, like, do you believe this is gonna be a close game? Because I don't.
I don't. I see this going to be like a 31-14 type affair. Like, I'm definitely sleeping on Washington.
Like, they talk about this as a test. Y'all said, like, this one reporter that I went after on Twitter, I called him a dummy because he over there told this is a test. Y'all said that the Bengals were a test, the Ravens were a test, the Steelers, the almighty Steelers were a test. They swore down that they were going to stop. No one can stop this team. You listen, and I'll say this again. The way we're playing right now, there's no way in hell you're stopping this football team unless you play 4 quarters of good defense and good offense.
There's no
you
way.
have to take us off the field, man. And they can't. They can't. The weakness of the Commanders is simple. Terry McLaurin, double him. Or put 1-on-1 with Quinyon Mitchell, because we saw what happened. Or put a safety over top of him.
We don't need anybody over the top of Quinyon. We could just put him on Terry all day. And who else are they going to throw to? They act like Terry McLaurin is the only option that they have. Oh, definitely one thing that I am kind of scared of, that tight end that they utilized the last time we played, and Zach Ertz. Their backup tight end as well.
Man, I ain't worried about old ass Ertz. No offense, man. Zach Ertz don't scare me. You know why? Because we had that boy locked up too. What do you have? He had some catches. That was Are you talking about that Bates dude? Not Ertz. Are you talking about
Bates? Their backup tight end. I forgot about him.
Yeah, that dude's a good player. I like him. What's his name? John Bates. Is that his name? John Bates.
Mm-hmm.
John Bates. Yeah, but here's the issue, man, with that one.
Oh my God. I'm watching a commercial where Saquon just leaped over that Jaguar. Oh my God. Go ahead, continue.
Well, like I said, man, like I'm watching the Commanders fans talk reckless. They're on Twitter. They're feeling good about themselves. And they run around here and talk about they're going to take the Eagles out. And you remember, they bring up the pass. They love talking about the pass. We talk about the pass, but they over bring up the fact that Mitchell was our quarterback and he got picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. When, to be honest, that game was already over from the beginning. The first, and it's like, okay, like y'all forgot that, and since y'all want to do that.
The fact that they're using Saints highlights proves that Washington really hasn't done anything in that last game.
Like, I don't want to burst your bubble, but Gardner Minshew, is he a starter? Was he a starter for the Philadelphia Eagles? Is he Jalen Hurts? Because I don't think so. Because I'm pretty sure when Jalen's playing. The
last time I checked, Gardner Minshew was a freaking starter for the Raiders until he got injured.
Newsflash for you, Commanders. Here's what this is what y'all were talking about when you were talking crazy. Where's my quarterback on the field? Show me.
Jalen Hurts almost perfect this year on postseason too. You gotta play him to lock up the division, don't you?
That to me is the only reason you play Jalen Hurts. If you need to win to get in, that young man has to be on the field as your quarterback if he is healthy enough to do it.
What the fuck is going on with this shit, dude? Did you see the clip or was it?
I did.
Okay. My computer was acting weird, bro. I don't know what it is. It's the connection. I don't know what it is, but I wish it would stop. You know, you can fuck with me on another time.
Your connection only fucked up once.
It did. I don't know what it is, but it keeps on saying no connection. How is that possible? My phone is connecting right now. I apologize, man. I can't even see the clip, but you saw it. The Commanders are talking. Their fans are talking reckless. And I just want to move on from it, but the Philadelphia Eagles will beat the Commanders. It won't be close. I don't see this as a close game. Like last time, we know the Commanders play very well in Philadelphia, but we play very well in Washington. And Jalen Hurts, I believe, has won every game in Washington. They want to talk about how they end a winning streak. Yeah, in Philadelphia, maybe. But it hasn't happened in Washington. You haven't beaten us in Washington.
You played the worst. You played the worst version of us last season, and you still couldn't beat us. You couldn't even beat us in Philly last year.
Washington fans, man, they some of the shit they say is the dumbest.
They're just all talk.
It's crazy, man. AJ Brown is playing today. Well, yesterday he announced it. He said, "I'm playing." And I'm like, well, that's great, you know, because I was worried. I was worried that he wasn't playing, but I did back a feeling that AJ Brown ain't missing this game.
He ain't missing this game. I'm a little bit more worried about fucking Smitty's health.
Why is that?
Because he missed some games this year.
Yeah, so did AJ. I'm worried about more of Saquon Barkley's health, and you know, I don't want to overuse him. If that makes sense.
Saquon's fine. You know, it was just a freak accident that happened in the first quarter last game.
I know that, but if we talk about health wise, I'm more worried about our running back than these receivers, because I know AJ Brown and Devontae Smith are going to get himself ready to go. Saquon Barkley, you know, he's been taking a lot of handoffs, and you know, that can wear you off. You know, I'm not saying that he's going to get hurt. I'm not saying that. I think he's going to be healthy in this game. I think he's going to have a big game. I think Saquon's going to go off. I do. I think it's going to be a Saquon Barkley game. I'm going to be the first one to tell you, I don't think they're going to throw the ball like they did last week. I think this is going to be run the ball, because, you know, they're going to have Marshall Lattimore, and, you know, there's going to be opportunities where we're going to throw the ball. But I think that the key of the game is simple: run the ball and set up the pass.
Mm-hmm.
And I hope that we do that. Don't try to come out and be all fancy. Don't try to go out and make Jalen Hurts a shotgun. Put him on the center. Let Jalen Hurts be Jalen Hurts. Put him on the center. Get the RPO going on, right, if you need to. I like what we did last time, right? Get A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith going. Cool. Get Barkley. Mix it up, man. Mix it up. I would love to see Jahan Dotson get going.
Yes.
Like, what's the deal with the Jahan Dotson situation? You know, you bring him in, and I get it. You can't feed everybody. I get that. But Jalen Hurts doesn't throw the ball to him. I watched the guy get wide open, and he's like, does he not trust him? I don't think he trusts Jahan Dotson. I don't know if Jalen Hurts trusts him. He trusts Gainwell more than Jahan Dotson. Jahan Dotson was wide open versus Steelers game. You know, there was one play where he threw it to Devontae Smith, and you remember he was tackled for a loss, right?
Yeah.
And it's like Jahan Dotson was wide open. If you throw it to him, that's a touchdown. But it's like, I don't know if he believes in Jahan Dotson. And is that Jahan Dotson, or is that just Jalen Hurts don't trust him? You know, Jahan Dotson, you know, one thing about him is he getting open? Like, I want to see the all-22 with Jahan Dotson. Is he getting open? Is Commander fans right? Is he getting open? Can he get open? Is he creating space? You know, we thought it was, you know, Jalen Hurts, but then we find out Quez Watkins can't get the hell open because he doesn't know how to run routes. Is Jahan Dotson running routes properly? Is he running routes, or is he just running straight and not bother looking for the ball? Or what's going on? Because he's relying on everybody else. Like, you can't say he's not going through his third option, because he's looking at Gainwell's way. He looks at Saquon's way. He looks at the tight ends. Grant Calcaterra's getting more involved. Like, what is the Jahan Dotson situation? Like, he was able to get Oz going last year, Zacchaeus. So it's like Jahan Dotson, either Jahan Dotson and Jalen Hurts don't really mesh together, or they're not on the same page.
I guess they're not on the same page. I guess that has something to do with Jalen. But on the good side, he is able to get Calcaterra going when he needs to.
Yeah, I like Grant Calcaterra. Do I think he's the number one tight end? I don't know. I don't think he is. I think that next year you might have to. And a lot of people ain't gonna like what I say, but I think it's time to move on from Dallas Goedert next year.
Oh,
I'm gonna tell you why, bro. The Eagles need Dallas Goedert, and he hasn't been able to stay healthy. He is injury prone like Avonte Maddox. I call them the injury prone twins. Okay, that's what they are. The injury prone brothers. Okay, because they live together and they're always injured together. Okay, they will have so much time off rehabbing each other. Okay, Avonte Maddox can't stay healthy. Was very reliable at the time, and it hasn't been the same. Dallas Goedert, this is what his 5th injury. He can't stay healthy. And it's and listen, I love Dallas Goedert. He's a great tight end. Do I think the Eagles will move on from him? No, I don't. But listen, let me tell you something. If I could get a tight end that in that draft, not saying the first round, because I don't think we're going first round. Just my theory. I think next year the Philadelphia Eagles are going to be looking at drafting a tight end. Because I don't know if they trust Dallas. They paid him a lot of money.
What did Bill Parcells once say? He said the best ability is availability.
Yeah. Give me a second. Hold on. Let me put the cat out there. Fucking up my pockets. Come on.
Who let the dogs out?
Within us.
I say we wait 3rd round for a tight end.
Cats like the Commander fans, man. They talk over everything.
Oh, I thought it was a dog.
No, it's a cat, man. The cat is meowing on my pockets. You ain't distracting me. We could pick up a good tight end in the 2nd round. Like I said, I like Dallas Goedert, and I would not want to trade him. I'm not saying we should trade him.
That's a good observation, but I think we should wait 3rd or 4th round.
What no, but see, we got Calcaterra in the 3rd and 4th round. I want a tight end, man. Because Dallas Goedert is so important to this offense. And I don't know when he's going to be back. When is he going to be back? Like, he's getting older, man. And I remember they swerved down. They weren't going to get rid of Zach Ertz. And they traded Zach Ertz when they drafted a tight end. Well, they drafted him and they gave him they drafted him and they had Dallas Goedert. So maybe they'll draft a tight end and have Dallas Goedert. But the following year, they'll trade Dallas Goedert like they always do. The Philadelphia Eagles are not going to keep Dallas Goedert for his whole career. I'm just be real with you. All right. They move on from tight ends quickly. Especially if you're not, and what they always say, the best ability is availability. And Dallas Goedert has been injury prone. He can't stay healthy. Great tight end. Like I said, and the only way I would trade him if I get a lot for him. I want a 1st round pick for him, or an early 2nd round, or a player back for him. I'm not trading him for peanuts. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying the Philadelphia Eagles definitely should look at tight end next year. You know what I'm saying? They definitely should look at tight end. What is wrong with this stream, dude? But anyway, I mean, it is what my screen is frozen. I don't know what's up with it. I don't know how Dallas Goedert is such an important offense, important piece to our offense. And he's not here. And I think last time we played the Commanders, Dallas Goedert was cooking them. You know what I'm saying? Cooking them. And you saw how effective Dallas Goedert is in with this offense. When he's on that field, man, our offense looks even better. You know what I'm saying? But not to jump off topic, but I'm just saying, people don't like what I say. And listen, I understand people ain't going to like what I have to say all the time. They didn't like when I said Hassan Reddick was not coming back. I said Nolan Smith was going to replace Hassan Reddick. I'm telling you right now, if the Eagles do draft a tight end in either the 1st or 2nd, there's a possibility Goedert will be gone. Because we are getting younger. And we're not going to pay older players. We're not going to go out and spend money on a tight end. We're probably going to draft one. This is the time of year where the Philadelphia Eagles go back and they say, what do you need to improve on? And I think tight end's a big need right now. Other than Calcaterra, who do you have? Alex O, is he still on this team? No, I think they cut him. You don't have anybody else. If Calcaterra goes down, who do you have? Who do you have? Who did they sign? They signed a practice guy, but nobody else. I mean, that's just something that I think is down the road. I just want to bring that up because a lot of people ain't gonna like what I say, but I think that Dallas Goedert is becoming just injury prone. Great tight end, but great players who get injured if they can't be on the field. Why do you think the Saints traded Marshawn Lattimore? Because he couldn't stay on the field, and he was a liability, and he couldn't be able to be on the field when they needed him to be. That's why they drafted the young corner from Bama. I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? That's why Commander fans think that he's Marshawn Lattimore from 2018. He'll have some good games, but he can't stay healthy. You know, and his hamstring better be good tomorrow, because if he's going to go against A.J. Brown, who's 100%, like I said, I don't wish injuries, but he's been dealing with hamstring injuries. You better hold your breath.
That's right.
Or if you put him on Devontae Smith, oh man, you know it is. What's up, Jonathan? Hello guys. What's up,
Jared
Williams? Jared Williams.
What's good?
But I don't know. I go off topic here and there. I understand it's not like listen. It's not a normal. Let me tell everybody, it's not a normal podcast. We're not going to stay on topic and say, you know what, we're going to script today. Harden, what do you think of the Commanders and predictions? No, I ain't doing that, because that's what I hear from every podcast.
Yeah,
we're a little bit different. We talk randomly. We talk like fans. You know what I'm saying? We talk like random fans. We say whatever thing we need to say that we think we should say, and what pops in our head. You know, I brought up different things because I don't know what you want me to say. What do you want me to say about the Commanders? They're frauds. I don't trust them. I don't think they're good enough to beat us. I don't think they're competitive against us. I don't think they will be competitive against us tomorrow. I don't. I'm going to tell Big Simple on PSN that I said it last time to them. Your quarterback can't throw the ball in the pocket. He struggles with that. You put elite defense on him, it's belt to ass on him, and there's nothing he can do about it. What do you want me to say, Harden? What did they want me to talk about?
I mean, what are we talking about with this Washington team, man? Like, they bore me. Let's just sweep this team and just get it over with.
Like, the only thing I want to see is them T-shirts and we won a division. But I got bigger goals. Mm-hmm. I don't got time to play with little boys, man. Little boy ass manners, man.
Their goal is to beat the Eagles. Like, everybody's Super Bowl technically is to beat the Eagles. Like, we got so many bigger goals.
Someone said that on Twitter, on X. One of them, I think it was one of the Eagle accounts I follow. Their goal is definitely to beat the Eagles, and they're going to try the hardest. I'm sure they'll try to get Jaden Daniels going. They're going to try to run the ball, and I'm going to tell you right now, in the first half, I think they'll have some success, but that's about to end, because guess what? Like, this team, maybe not. Maybe we'll come out and we'll stop them. But if, let's say they do run the ball, okay. All right, cool. You run the ball. You score the first time. What does usually happen? We adjust, and we make adjustments. Now, I hope tomorrow, right? This is what I hope. I hope we either, if we don't get the ball, we make them go 3 and out. And then we go down the field and we score a touchdown and put up 7. And then we continue to put our foot on their necks. Give Jaden Daniels no time in the pocket. Make him have to throw the ball. Take away McLaurin. And make him have to read the defense. If I'm FanDuel, I'm blitzing Jaden Daniels all game. I'm sending the heat at him. I want linebacker blitzes, safety blitzes, cornerback. I might send a corner blitz at him. I want to see if you I'm not gonna let you sit in the pocket and do it. No, I'm gonna blitz you.
That's right.
And then I'm going to make sure we have a spy over top so you can't do what you do. And that is escape. We saw how that worked out. I mean, Kobe Dean had that dude snuffed. I think he fears the Georgia Bulldogs. Jalen Carter is Jaden Daniels' daddy, man. Let's just call it what it is. He's going to be his daddy tomorrow. All right. Jaden Daniels is nothing special. I don't fear him. I don't.
No.
I'm sorry. Like, What am I supposed to say about this team that we're playing? They're in a way.
Yeah,
they're in a way.
Stool, man.
I mean, there's some consequence about, well, it's going to be a close game. I don't think it is. I think we're going to blow these dudes out. I think we're going to blow them out. I don't care what nobody says. Well, it's every given Sunday. Yeah, but the Commanders are garbage, and they're not a competitive team. The Carolina Panthers was because we overlooked them. We're not overlooking the Commanders. The Eagles are not. I am. They're not. They're going to go in there and they're going to take care of business. And I think
I'm definitely overlooking the cockroaches.
They're the Comones. I call them the toilets, the Washington L's, the walking L's, the Washington walking L's. That's your name. You need to change your W to L. That's what it is.
Dead cockroach walking.
You know what I'm saying? They might go back being called the Washington Redskins in the next 2 years because, they're fighting for that name back. Oh, hey, go be the Washington Redskins so we can call you the Deadskins. I would love to play that song again. Hail to the Deadskins. You know what I'm saying? I would love to. Like, it's not going to change your team. You could be called the Commanders, the Washington football team, the Washington Huskies, the Washington, they probably have a Washington Huskies, I think, in college. You could be called the Washington Puppies, the Washington Dogs. I don't care what you're called. Beneath us. You're beneath us. You're beneath us. You're not going to do nothing special to prevent us from winning the division. We're going to win your.
You know what? I'll go ahead and say this too. We're going to put their season on the line tomorrow because once they lose this game, they're going to be in a battle for the wild card with Atlanta, who they got to play next Sunday night.
Yeah, I heard Kirk Cousins might get traded. That dude can't find a job.
Actually, Kirk Cousins is going to get cut. They're going to get Michael Penix to start.
Wouldn't it be fun if the Falcons trade, not to jump off top, the Falcons trade Kirk Cousins to the Giants?
Wow. They can't trade him.
That would be the Giants thing that they would do. Joe Schoen would do that. Man.
They can't really trade him. They're about to cut him.
Oh, man. That would be hilarious. I know they can't trade him. He's made too much money. But, Washington politics, nah, that shit's weak. I want to call them the Washington Comones, the Washington Walking L's, the Washington trash cans. I mean, dude, like, they're the Jets of you remember when the Jets were spending so much money on Le'Veon Bell and they go out and get all these guys? That's what they are. They have so much money. They're spending a lot of money on free agents.
They're basically like the what was it? The 2019 Browns. Whichever team decided to fucking pay for the most good players and then do nothing.
They're a team that doesn't have a chemistry. I don't care what nobody's. You can go out and get all these players you want. You don't win championships by going out and signing players. They're a team that I think are young. Jaden Daniels is young, but they don't have to pay him now. So they're going to have a lot of money. Next year, they're going to spend a lot of money. I'm sure Michael Parsons is going to go to Washington if they can't get a deal in Dallas. He's going to go to Washington. That ain't going to help them. Watch, I'm going to tell you right now, I don't want Michael Parsons. Did you hear what he said? He said, fuck the Eagles. Well, dummy, if the Eagles lose, you don't go to the playoffs. What player would say that? And why are Cowboy fans acting like that's a good thing to say? Yes, you can hate a team, but if the team is helping you win a playoff game or being in the playoffs, I might root for them. I ain't gonna lie. If the Cowboys were going to help the Eagles tomorrow, like you remember when they were helping me win the bet versus the Giants, I was rooting for the Cowboys. I was rooting for the Cowboys when they played the Commanders. I'm sure the Eagles players were rooting for the Cowboys when they were beating the Commanders. Because if they're a threat to you, you want them eliminated, right? But Michael Parsons, again, this cocky ass, dude who thinks he's so good when he's done nothing, is over there saying fuck the Eagles, man. It's crazy. It's crazy. Like give me a second, man. This cat bugging.
Man, we're about to put Washington's season on the line. I'm telling you, bro. This team is not ready for the Eagles. Hell, they're not even ready for the Falcons. They're probably going to get swept by the Cowboys. They might lose out the rest of the season. I might go that bold with this talk.
We won't hear no more meows anymore. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. It is.
If you really consider everything, like they might lose out for the rest of the season. Washington will.
Yeah, I hate when the Eagles. I wanted the Eagles to maybe sign Micah. I don't want nothing to do with that dude. That dude has a loser mentality. Could you imagine AJ Brown saying that?
Now, Grandizer, we are trying to get what's his name? Big Simple on the show tomorrow at 10 a.m.
Let me see what he says back. Big Simple might have just messaged back. Let's see. Did he respond?
Yeah, Micah is still coping.
I mean, I'm trying to get. I just text Philly Hatch. I'm trying to collab with him again. I
think PSN is confirmed. However,
PSN. I haven't heard anything back yet.
So nothing's confirmed yet.
He wanted to go tonight, but I wanted you on there, and you weren't going to be able to do it tonight because you were working.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Listen, it is what it is, man. The fact that you made time, you're talking. Hey, I'm okay with that. If we can't do it, we already did it before. It's not like we can't do it again. I mean, I wanted round 2 because, obviously, it's fun talking rivalry. But if we can't do it, we'll just do it another time. It's not like we're not going to play the Commanders ever again. We'll just do it next year. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, I don't know. I don't know if I want to collab with a Commander fan right now. There's nothing you could say to me. Well, what are you going to say to me? Hey, seriously, what can you say to me that can convince me that I'm supposed to be scared of y'all? Nothing. We beat y'all. Your quarterback looked garbage, looked like a rookie against us. What can you say other than you have hope? Like, that's the only thing I hear from Commander fans is they're hopeful that they're going to beat us. Well, your hope runs out tomorrow because it don't matter who you have. You can have Marshall. I hope Marshawn Lattimore is 100% because I'm going to tell you what I think the Commanders are going to do. They're going to try to stop Saquon Barkley. Cool. You're going to learn from the Steelers like you tried to do that, and the Steelers got burnt by AJ and Devontae. They're going to try to shut down Saquon Barkley. Or they're going to try, maybe they'll try to shut down AJ and Devontae. Cool. Then it'll be a Barkley game. It'll be a Jalen Hurts game.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be a Gainwell game. Well, I thought it looked great against the Steelers. Looked like a good number 2. I mean, if we could get that often, that'd be awesome. Did you see that spin move? Listen, I don't know if Saquon is teaching Gainwell how to do that, but if he is, shout out to Saquon Barkley. That is a really, really good move to learn. Spinning and making someone miss. I mean, he was going Saquon Barkley-esque on him. But like I said, I mean, how do you want to lose? I keep saying it. The Philadelphia Eagles, like Heidi always says, and I'll quote him, we are the juggernauts, bitch. Well, he says the B word. We're the juggernauts. And it don't matter how you play us. You want to lose in either way. You can lose in a defensive battle. We can win in close games. We can win in big games. We can blow you out. We can win in a shootout. It don't matter how do you want to lose? If the Commanders go and try to shut down AJ and Devontae, then it'll be a Saquon Barkley game. Then he will break his rushing record with Eric Dixon. He's so close to get it. He will break it. You know what I'm saying? Because you're going to end up getting exposed somehow, some way. I don't think their corners are great. What did the receivers for the Saints, how much yards did they give up against the Saints? Did someone look that up?
Mm-hmm.
How do you look that up real quick? Or do you want me to?
All right, hold on. Let's see. What am I looking up?
What was the percentages? What was the Saints' passing rating against the Commanders' secondary, and what were they? What was the run? How much were they running on the Commanders, and was the Commanders able to stop the Saints' run game? What's the ranking against the run game, and what did the Saints? Like I said, what did the Saints have against them in the run?
All right, let me see here.
Sorry about that. I mean, if you knew beat down, I appreciate your rock. Fuck up. Get over
ready. Let's see. Okay, team stats.
But is there a game on today, or is it just a preview? They're showing Mahomes highlights. Is there a real game right now?
Yeah, there's a couple of games today. The Chiefs are on in a moment, and then the Steelers and Ravens is at 4:30.
Why is like, bro? I was hoping Carson Wentz was playing in that fucking game, man. Damn it!
Yeah, me too.
Like this dude just like I don't wish injuries on Patrick Mahomes, but bro, just take a break, man.
Yeah, man.
Oh man, yes, I'm a hater. I can't stand him, man. His voice is annoying, and Kelsey's annoying. I don't even want to watch. I don't watch Gruden highlights. What is it? Kelsey Pog. I don't watch them anymore. I can't stand. No offense to Travis, Jason Kelsey's brother, but I hate Travis Kelsey, bro. I don't like him as a person. I think he's a douchebag. You know what I'm saying? It's like he over there, and it's like he's cocky, bro. He's cocky, and it's like, rightfully so. He's like they're showing Mahomes taking a nasty hit in the end zone. I mean, they're showing this. I mean, this is what he does, bro. Like, oh wow, look. I mean, Jalen Hurts does it. They don't give him credit, but Mahomes allowed to do this. It's Mahomes. I forgot. He's allowed to do this. It's fine.
Alrighty.
Nothing special.
So go ahead and check your screen share.
Okay.
Spencer Rattler had slightly above an 80 passer rating. Check your screen share.
Give me a second. My thing is loading because it's a piece of shit computer, and I'm trying to upgrade soon. Any day. It's like my phone, man. It's so fucking slow. Come on. Let's go, Grandpa. Hey, Jesus Christ. Like, hurry the fuck up, man.
Let's go, Father Time.
Oh, shit. Father Time's catched up to that one for sure. Let's see. All right, here we go. Pull it up on the screen. Think about this StreamYard. I don't know how much more I have, but I'm extending this StreamYard when it's up. I'm definitely staying because this is the best live stream I've ever had, man. You can add things like this, and I love that we can share our chats together, man. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's remove the comment. No offense.
So Spencer Rattler had an 80 QBR.
Okay.
His QB rating was about 85. What did Jaden Daniels have? Oh, damn it. It's up there. So we had a pretty solid day versus the Saints. Again, it's the Saints.
I mean, they're a bad defense, man. They're not good. They're not good. Who else cooked them? I think it was who else destroyed them? Was it the Bucks or was someone else? There was another bad team. I think the Panthers were competing with them, right?
Yes.
Or was it there was another team? What was it?
No, it wasn't the Panthers. They blew them out.
Okay. Who was it? Who was it that was like? Yeah. I mean, their defense. What's their defense rank? Hold up. I just saw it. Their defense is ranked what? 31, 31 or something like that. I don't know. Let me look it up real quick. I ain't gonna just make up shit. Just look up the Saints defense because they were good before, but it's all fun and games until you play a real team. No, you can still put it up. Put it up. So the chat can see it. I'm just looking up the ranking defense. You can pull it up, Hottie.
Hold on.
Keep it up there. Because I'm not doing it. I just want to see the ranking because, Jaden Daniels does very good against bad defenses. But I want to see if he was able to play against a good ranking defense. And that's going to determine what this game's going to be because the Eagles got the number one defense. If the Saints are like 43 overall or they're like 12 overall, then it's not going to. There we go. It's not going to end well for Jaden. But like I said, if he was able to play a real good defense, then it's like, all right, I mean, it wouldn't change my opinion, but I would give it some respect. So let's see. They're the ranking, New Orleans ranking, especially the defense. Let's look it up. The defense was ranked, what is it? So the Saints they allowed overall, they allowed 22.3 points allowed.
The Saints are the 30th ranked overall defense.
They're trash, bro. Dude, they're horrible. That's bad. That's not a good defense, man.
Okay, let's see. Passing defense, still the Eagles at number 1.
How the 49ers number 2? How? That got to be an old one.
No.
The Titans cannot be number 3. Commanders are fourth? How?
The Titans' rushing defense is probably some shit.
So their passing defense, the 49ers passing defense is good. Dude, didn't they just get destroyed last week? In that passing defense was getting lit up.
Okay, so the Cockroaches are number 4 in that department.
What's this by? Fox Sports?
Yeah, according to Fox Sports.
According to who? Who wrote this? There's got to be some bias shit. I mean, yeah, they got us 1. So wait, if they're 4th, because I ain't gonna lie to you. You look at that list. Let's pull up that list. Go up a little bit. Why are they showing the Villanova quarterback? I don't give a shit about that. I think that you could argue. I don't think they're better than the Baltimore Ravens. Their passing defense not better than the Ravens. The Ravens should be 4th.
Everybody's better than the Ravens.
Like, I'm sorry.
Jags.
They're not better than the Steelers passing defense. I don't think they're better than the Steelers. The Commanders are not.
Steelers are subpar.
You think the Commanders defense, pass defense is better than the Steelers? I don't think so.
A lot better.
They got the Commanders at 4th and we're number 1. All right. But again, how the 49ers number 2? Weren't they getting destroyed by the Bills and all that stuff in the passing game?
Yeah, that's crazy.
That makes no sense to me. So unless they improved from last week. I mean, the Vikings, okay, they're 29th. The Jaguars are dead last. Wow, shot the Jagging off, but yeah, that's bad.
Here we go.
Oh,
here's the rushing leaders.
Okay.
Rushing yards allowed. We're 7th in that department, so not bad.
They got the Browns above us.
And then the Cockroaches are all the way down here.
Well, hold on. Pull it back up because this is the bias I don't understand. How are the Vikings rushing yards better than ours? And how are the Ravens rushing yards better than ours? I mean, how are they ranked above us when they couldn't run the ball against our defense?
Now, keep in mind, this is rushing defense.
Oh, this is the rushing defense. Well, then we should be number 1 because we allowed less
we were able to get 100 yards on the Ravens' rush defense.
Well, if this is the rushing defense, then the Ravens should not be number 1. Neither should be the Vikings.
It's because of how they held other running backs outside of Saquon under 100.
Yeah, but we should be number 1. That's what I'm trying to say. They put us at number 7. I'm sorry, the Lions are not a better run defense than we are. So wait, is it? Let me start again. Is this the rushing defense or this is rushing yards?
This is up to date.
This is for the running backs that who runs the ball more, right?
This is about the Ravens' total defense.
Okay,
every team's total defense versus every single running back.
So how are the Eagles not number 1 when they allowed only teams to run the ball? We haven't allowed a running back to get over maybe 20 yards against us. Like we've shut down the running game for most of pretty much the whole game. How are we not number 1?
And this is rushing yards per game that they average.
But they have the Broncos, who I don't think are better than us in rushing defense, right? We've shut down the running game pretty good. How are the Chiefs above us? How are the Vikings above us? That's why I don't like this list. This list is biased. How can you sit there and say the Ravens' run defense is better when you saw them versus the Eagles and the Eagles shut down Derrick Henry for most of the game?
Yeah, that was versus us, but look at how they've done versus the other teams. But that factors into it too.
But my point, okay, if it was the AFC list, I get it, right? You put the Ravens, the Chiefs, I get that. But if this is just based off Russian defense, the Philadelphia Eagles should be number 1 in every category.
I think the Ravens have done the best job as far as rushing defense.
So you think they're better front four than the Philadelphia Eagles in stopping the run?
It shows it right here.
I don't care what the numbers say. When you look at the eye test, look at the eye test on the TV, and if you watch the games, do you honestly believe that defense, that run defense, is better than the Philadelphia Eagles when you watch the games? Because like I said, I don't go by stats. That's why I don't take PFF seriously. PFF has Jaden Daniels as the best quarterback completing pass, whatever garbage ass stat that they come up with. It means nothing because stats don't mean shit. I look at eye tests. I don't think the Ravens defense, I don't care what their numbers are. When they played against a team like the Philadelphia Eagles, they got destroyed in the running game. We were able to run the ball on them. And when you look at the eye test, the Philadelphia Eagles, I don't understand how they're not number one. You can talk about stats all you want, but the eye test says that the Philadelphia Eagles have the better run defense than most of the other teams. Okay? The Lions just got absolutely obliterated by the Bills in the run game. Josh Allen was running over them, and so was the running game. How are they above the Philadelphia Eagles? I don't care about the numbers, because that could be overrated sometimes because they take some of those numbers off things that, if the guy picks up the first down, they tackle him, that could go to numbers too. Look at the eye test. They're not better than the Philadelphia Eagles. I don't think the Vikings, they have the Steelers as a better run defense. I mean, I think they would be above the Ravens if you want to be real, because they were able to shut down Saquon. So if you want to do that and you look at the eye test, I don't think the Ravens should be on that list at number one. This is the problem with the numbers and the nerds who make these numbers. Look at the eye test. That defense that the Ravens so-called have, this number one rush defense, they couldn't stop a running game. And they couldn't stop other teams from running the ball. I think the Commanders were able to run the ball on them, I believe, for somewhat. Okay, we have not allowed a running game to get going. We shut down the best offense to 10 points. And the running game has not been effective against most of those teams that we shut down. Against high-power offenses, the so-called real deals, we shut down the running game. Lamar Jackson couldn't be able to run the ball on us. He had one run in the last quarter, last minute of the drive before the game was over. Okay, so again, the eye test says something differently. That's why I don't like these stats. These stats are sorry. Because if you want to be real, how are the Chiefs number 3? Dude, they're struggling. Didn't they allow the Broncos? Come on, man.
Yeah.
Are we serious? Who's making this list? This got to be a 3-year-old making this list.
Nah, these are actual stats for the entire season and what they've gave up, the touchdowns allowed, and you put all the yards they had rushed on them and divide it by 14 games.
You got a bunch
and that's what you get,
man. It's a bunch of Elliott Shore Parks, bro, and a bunch of dweebs, nerds who care about stats. All right. And the thing is, I don't care about stats, and that's why I get
it's all about yards per game.
Yeah, well, that doesn't work in the playoffs. That doesn't work in the Super Bowl because Jonathan Gannon supposedly had the best defense according to stats. Remember all the sacks he had and all that didn't mean nothing. So again, that list is terrible because if you want to be real, the Eagles should be the number one. I don't think the Lions.
We can't be first in every category. We got.
We definitely should be, dude. The Lions got burned by the Bills, and their running game was killing them.
Again, that was one game. I haven't been watching the Lions all that much, but they've been probably stopping other teams that made their average lower.
Who? They've struggled against the run game. The Packers were able to run the ball on them with Josh Jacobs. Even though they lost that game, they ran the ball on them. The Lions struggle against the run game. I don't know. Their run game defense is horrendous when I watch them. You can run the ball. The Bills ripped them apart. They ripped them apart. I don't think they would be able to rip the Eagles apart. I don't. You know what I'm saying? I don't. The Steelers, I mean, you want to put them up. I would think they would be number 2.
We're
Because
better.
Redskins,
I'll tell you like this: we're better than all of these teams, but that's what the stats say as far as where they rank, as far as defensively ranked.
and that's the
These
problem.
are up to date.
That's the problem with these stats. That's why all these nerds think Josh Allen's better than Jalen Hurts when it's not.
I mean, I could sit here and tell you that stats are definitely different than the eye test.
Yeah, that's why they think the Commanders have a chance tomorrow.
But these stats are definitely accurate, and they're definitely up to date.
Oh, I believe they're accurate, but I think they're overblown a lot. I do. I think they look at the percentages and the analytics and all that shit, but they don't look at the eye test because they look at the fact that, okay, they shut down this running game for maybe 2 minutes, and then the rest is like they run the ball over them like it's nothing, and they don't want to tag.
You take the rushing yards allowed and divide it by 14. That's basically how they did it. And that's how you come up with these stats. It's basically that simple.
Like I said, if we're going to go by eye test, the line should not be anywhere near what are they ranked? What are they ranked again? This list is a joke, bro. I'm sorry.
It's not a joke. It's accurately divided.
It's a joke to me. It's a joke to me because I want to know how they got these numbers. You talk about dividing and all that shit. I look at the eye test, though. How the fuck did you get the numbers, though?
All right, you see what? We'll agree to disagree.
I mean, this is why I have a problem when a lot of people bring up stats. And you know how Eagle fans want to bring up stats with me, and I deny them, and I don't care. This is why.
Yeah.
Because the eye test says that's a bunch of malarkey.
I believe you as far as the eye test, but I also see what's going on in these stats.
Oh, I do. I know what they're doing.
The eye test says that the Eagles are the best team in the fucking league. Yeah. But as far as the fucking rushing defense, we're 7th in that department, and I respect that.
I wish they would stop trying to put stats and go by eye test.
I still say we're the best team in the fucking league.
Oh, I think we're the best team in the NFL, period. I'm sorry. I watch these teams when I have a chance before the game. Like tomorrow, I'm not going to be able to watch them because obviously the Eagles are playing. But I watched them, and I don't think they can stop the. I put them in my mind where it's like, okay, if they're running against the Philadelphia Eagles and they're playing it like the Lions when I was watching them versus the Packers on Thursday Night Football, I imagine that offense on the Eagles going against them. And I said, Jalen Hurts would rip them apart right there. That running game would have ripped them apart. Saquon would have taken all the way for a touchdown. AJ would have cooked them right there. AJ would have caught that. And I would say, the Lions wouldn't have a chance in hell. Would be Jared Goff throws a pick. Oh, we're going right down and score. You know what I'm saying? I'm watching Vikings, and I'm watching Sam Darnold miss wide open guys, and I'm like, we're beating the Vikings because if you put us against that Vikings team, I don't think Justin Jefferson and those guys are going crazy. I don't. I mean, they're going crazy right now, but it's like until you play a real defense, because I think Fangio is on another level. And they haven't seen that yet. Just wait. Because, like I said, they're already talking about the Commanders, how they're getting back to the roots. It's okay. Y'all said that the first time. That's what I'm saying. The eye test says that we are the best team, but they over there trying to tweak the numbers for other teams and make them sound like we're supposed to be scared of them. Or, listen, they're doing their job. I get it. But the eye test, if I were going by eye test, the Philadelphia Eagles should be the best team in stopping the pass, the best team in running the football. I want to know which quarterback has the better stats right now. Can we look? Is there a way you can pull it up on Fox? I bet you they'll have Josh Allen there. Or no, you know what they'll have? They'll have Joe Burrow and Josh Allen on there. Because that's what, or they'll have Justin Herbert on there. Like they'll have that. Those will be the numbers. I'm telling you, look it up. You know, like they just. These stats make no sense to me sometimes. I feel like they go by stats and not the eye test. If you go by the eye test, they would be so much better. It'd be so much better because you would figure out who the frauds would be in the playoffs. You would already know who would win the Super Bowl. Like, you don't even need to know who's going to win the Super Bowl. You just look at the plays. Look at the team. Don't look at the stats. Look at the team. None of these teams are better than the Philadelphia Eagles if you want to be real. They're not. You know what I'm saying? But it is. Yeah, look at it. Who did they have at number 1?
Joe Burrow.
Yet this guy, really? Joe Burrow. Okay, so why is Joe Burrow going to wait? Are they a playoff contenders? Are they going to be in the playoffs this year?
They have no running game. That's the reason why they're losing games, and also their defense is trash.
Again, the defense. Let me tell you something.
Joe Burrow is very good.
I believe he is. But here's the thing.
He's got all those passing yards for a reason, and he's first in a lot of categories for that reason.
I understand that. But here's my thing. When you beg for money and you wouldn't be the highest paid quarterback, you don't get a freaking team like you used to have. Joe Burrow wanted top money. He didn't take less like Jalen Hurts.
Or Tom Brady.
Again, that's why I believe these quarterbacks, I don't feel sympathy for them. Well, I don't have a defense. Well, that's because you asked for a lot of money and you got it. When you are the so-called, because they say Joe Burrow's so elite, he's better than Jalen, right? Okay, so then he don't need everything around him, right? That you claim he does. Yeah. But then it's like, well, he needs weapons. Well, then Jalen Hurts needs weapons. But then they don't want to talk about that because, it doesn't fit their narrative. If these guys like Josh Allen, who has nothing around him supposedly, which I think is crap, but they had no defense. Well, wait a minute. They want to be the highest paid quarterback, but they expect the team around them? You can't have it both ways. You know why the Eagles are able to get players and draft guys and all that stuff? Because Jalen Hurts took less money. And the thing is, these idiots don't know on Twitter, because I argue with someone where he was like, Jalen Hurts' contract is not kicked in. Dummy, let me tell you something. Jalen Hurts' contract is not going to go where we can't sign guys. They already talk about saying like Milton Williams won't get signed by Howard Roseman. And I said, don't underestimate Howard Roseman. Howard Roseman keeps his core players. Howie Roseman drafted Milton Williams in the 3rd. Right? You know what I'm saying? This is not a Javon Hargrave where he's 30 years old. This guy's a 24-year-old player. You best believe it. They're going to try to get him done. And they're going to get a deal done with him. I don't think Milton Williams or Jordan Davis or Jalen Carter or these guys are going to be leaving because they're going to sign their guys that are young, right? Bond is an up and down situation. I'm hoping we get him done down the road. But what I don't understand is they talk about Jalen Hurts' contract. Well, it's kicked in. Most of this money's up front. This is why I don't understand these people, because they're over there talking about his contract. Well, he got paid. Yeah, but Jalen Hurts took a lot of money up front. And a lot of this money that he's making in a backload isn't going to be over where Howard Roseman has to make sacrifices, because he's going to have enough cash space to sign players, right? That's how they were able to get AJ and Devontae signed.
Hey, that's love. That's love, Ready Red. Appreciate that. Yeah.
EC1 is what do you say?
He's the best content creator.
I got to take this thing off. I mean, take this thing
off. He said you're the best Eagles content creator.
I appreciate that, dude. It means a lot to me. Took my thing off. Heidi, you took my thing off, man.
No, I didn't.
We Casper the Ghost now. We can't see each other. I'm trying to find or play. That's the thing about StreamYard is, man. I wish they allowed us to just have our original stuff back on. Let me see if I can find it, dude. Here we go. Man, let's take this off. There we go. Come on, any day.
Come on, come back to Big EC1.
Jesus Christ! Sometimes, man. Can you take it off by any chance, or do I have to?
I'll take it off.
All right, thank you, because I'm trying to remove it, and it won't allow me. Okay. So why is it not working? Get out of here, man. Hold up, man. Oh my God. Now, man, please don't tell me it took the wallpaper off. Of course it did, because it's a piece of crap and it has to be difficult.
What's going on, Ready Red?
There we go. Ready in the building. All right. I think I already said that. I thought you were talking about Big Simple for a second. I'm like, oh, Big Simple is in the building? No. Yeah, Big Simple didn't show up because he know I'll tell him what I really feel. Shout to Big Simple, but he thinks that he has a chance, and we're gonna talk. Hopefully, we're gonna talk to him tomorrow. But what I was saying? Oh, like these quarterbacks who want a lot of money, like Joe Burrow, Lamar Jackson, they want a defense.
Lawrence, even.
Yeah, they want a lot of money and they want to be the highest paid quarterback. And when they get it, then they complain they have no defense. Well, dummy, you took a lot of money up in backload contracts. So most of your money is not going up front. And Jalen Hurts is. So we're going to have enough money down the road. And one thing I don't fear, listen, I don't fear nobody when it comes to free agent because I got Howie Roseman. I mean, you could talk about all the free agents we might lose. I guarantee half of them will be signed. There might be one free agent that, like, okay, we could replace. It's not a big deal. I think Fred Johnson will be the only one that will be walking. The rest, I think, will be signed. You know what I'm saying? Or we go out and draft another player that will replace him. Milton Williams is getting signed. There's no way in hell you let him walk. That is a Fangio type guy. Fangio wanted to trade for him last year. You just don't let a guy like that walk. So I that's just my thing. When I see people on Twitter talk about Jalen Hurts' contract, it's like you're supposed to be an expert. You're supposed to know the Eagles, but you don't know his contract. Well, Jalen Hurts' contract didn't kick in. And I told the dude, I said, before you open your mouth, learn football and learn how contracts work. And before you comment on or at me on Twitter, know what the hell you're talking about. Before you come out under my comments about, well, Jalen Hurts' contract didn't kick in yet. That's because it's not going to. Because he took more money up front. The backload won't be a big deal because less of the backload and more up front for him. Okay, that's how Howie Roseman worked it. So it does look like he got paid a lot. But if you look at the contract, it's not that much. He's not making a backload. He's not making a lot in.
Let's kind of backtrack a little bit. So remember when Giants fans were bragging about Daniel Jones's contract and how it's better than Jalen Hurts' contract? Look at y'all now.
Yeah. Like I said, I'm sorry we're going off topic, but let's say we talked about the Commanders already. And dude, they're trash. I'm gonna be rude. I'm gonna be respectful to the Commanders tomorrow. YouTube. Should I be respectful to PSN the way he was talking to me reckless yesterday, or should I go? Should I be humble tomorrow, Hayden?
Off with his head.
Should we be humble with them? Should we even allow them to come on and talk with us?
Yes, but we're gonna cut their heads off.
Should we even honor them, or should we just make them like when we set it up tomorrow? Should we make them wait in the background?
Oh, no. We'll let them come on, but it's off with their heads.
He said, no, go off on these Commander fans, man. The only reason why I'm going off on them, and listen, I like Jayden Daniels. I have no issue with him. I have an issue with these Commander fans. So I want Jayden Daniels to feel so bad so these Commander fans can never, ever be happy. I don't want God, I don't want content creators who don't know how to act win. I don't. They over there talk about where you got Commander fans saying we're the worst fans. They had suppose they went around with Commander fans and they said, oh, is Eagle fans worse or who's the worst, Cowboys or Eagles? They didn't talk about the Eagles are worse because they don't know how to act. Y'all don't know how to act.
No.
You're right on here like us.
You finally get a quarterback, and now y'all know how to act. Okay.
It's hilarious how many Commander fans actually think it's going to be their time.
Speaking of time, it's going to take some time. He needs some more time to develop. Good thing he doesn't have a long way to go. He's looking pretty solid this year, but I think he's not ready to overtake, good teams like this one yet.
Oh, I think they'll get the receiver next year. I think they're going to trade for Garrett Wilson for the Jets next year. I think
they're a receiver away from actually competing with us. Their defense is actually solid.
And like I said, next year, I think the Commanders will go hard for Garrett Wilson. I think that's who they're going to bring. They're going to trade for him with the Jets. That is my prediction. I think Garrett Wilson, because Jayden Daniels, where's he from? He's from He's from LSU. Garrett Woods from Ohio State, but they do follow each other. I think that's going to be one of the Commanders' targets next year. It's going to be Micah Parsons and Garrett Wilson. But again, I think next year it's going to be a little bit better for them because I do think they have a lot of money and they're an upcoming team. No question about it. Could they go out tomorrow and shock the whole world and beat us? Let me tell you something, man. If we lose to the Commanders, we don't deserve to win the number 1 seed. I'm going to be real with you. If we lose, and I don't think we're going to lose, I'm just throwing it out there. If we find a way to lose to the Washington Commanders, We do not deserve to win the number 1 seed. Give it to the Detroit Lions. And I think that we need to go play on that road. You don't deserve to get home games when you don't do your part. And I think the Eagles are going to do their part. I know the Eagles are going to do their part. Did you see what Landon Dixon said on it, mic'd up? We don't get to choose who we play, but I choose violence.
Mm-hmm.
That's how they think, man. They don't care who they play on the schedule. We're going to bust their head open into the Great Meat Show.
We love you niggas, but it's off with your heads once we play y'all.
No, we don't love you. We despise y'all. We look at you as a little boy. We put our arm around your neck and give you a noogie. That's what we do to the Washington Commanders and the Giants. Here you go. Yeah, take this. like seriously, I'm even giving myself a noogie. But I'm just showing you what we do to Commanders. This is what we do. Here come a little Jaden. Here, Jalen Carter doing this to Jaden Daniels. This way, man.
Hey yo, you hold him, give him a nuggie. I'll go ahead and pants him.
I was thinking about doing him a swirly, man, like the old fashioned school bullies. How they put the dude in the toilet and they flush his face in the goddamn porta potties and toilets, man.
Or maybe tell you what, you actually hold him, and I'll put some ice down their back.
Like Freddie Red said, that boy got a new mic. You already know, man. And wait till Hiding gets his new mic, man. Hiding got to go get one. I sent him the link, man. I'm gonna send him the link so he can go get his mic.
Let me upgrade you.
Yeah, he got to upgrade, and it's easy. All you got to do is install. All you got to do is if you have a desk Hiding, it's easy to install. All you just got to do is screw it in. That's it. It's not hard at all. It took me like 2 seconds to figure out. I had to find a bunch of videos because most of them can't speak English. And, most of them just say, oh, blah, blah, blah. Hey, hit the like button. I don't want to hit the like button. Show me how to freaking do it so I can get the hell over it. All right. I tired of NFL kissing the Queese bullshit. I'm not talking about the Chiefs, man. I'm talking about the Washington Commanders. Fuck the Kansas City Chiefs. No disrespect to them. I don't like them. I don't. They cheat for them, man. And I don't respect no cheaters. I don't care who you are. I don't respect the Saints because they cheated when they did the bounty hunting. I don't respect the Chiefs. I don't. I don't. And by the way, why would Roger? First of all, I hate the NFL for what they did to Jalen Hurts. They hate him so much. They're fining him for shoes. And Jordan's a company say, we'll pay for it. We'll pay for it.
Yeah,
you can't hate on greatness.
Pay for it.
They hate on this man. They're fining him for fucking different shoes, bro. It's okay for Deebo Samuel to have different shoes or Odell Beckham Jr. to have different shoes. Hell, Jaden Daniels had different shoes. They wouldn't fine him.
They're cherry picking.
Jalen Hurts gets fined? This NFL is sad, bro. You can't wear different shoes. You can't taunt. You can't celebrate. I mean, these refs don't even know what a call is anymore. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy. They're going to fine A.J. Brown for the pink shoes because they always do that shit, even though it's a good cause. Like, what did Jalen Hurts' shoes say? Did it offend you? All it was 2 different shoes, and it was our colors.
Yes.
And you going to fine him? Fuck Roger Goodell. I don't like him. I hope they after. I don't know if he got extended. I think he got extended. It's unbelievable how this man is the commissioner. You are the softest weenie out there, man. Finding the quarterback for different. And the thing I like about Jordan and company is we'll pay for it. You can't hate on greatness.
Mm-hmm.
That's respect. Jalen Hurts better shout that company out, man.
Let's make a rule about hip dropping and then not enforce it when A.J. Brown gets tackled.
Yeah, but watch. Tomorrow they'll enforce it when we do it to one of the Commanders players by accident.
Yeah, exactly.
So tomorrow you'll see 4 different false starts, and one will be hold on Jalen Carter all day, and they won't call that. They'll hold on A.J. Brown, and they'll act like that corner was locking him down. Or if we do lose, is because of Marshawn Lattimore will hold on Devontae Smith, and they'll say, no, that's not PI. You're just not that team. We told you Jaden was – at the end of the day,
I know if fucking A.J. Brown scores 3 touchdowns on the Commanders, he's going to get drug tested the next day.
I don't worry. I mean, they won't. Listen, these refs are. I know we're going to try to help the Commanders out tomorrow. They don't want the Eagles to win. They don't want to see the Eagles win the Super Bowl. They want them gone. They're trying so hard. They're finding Jalen Hurts for different fucking cleats.
Why are we trying to go against the Raiders? Why are we trying to go against the Eagles when we should be going against the Chiefs, bro?
Because the NFL is all about who makes some more money.
The Eagles make money. The
Yeah,
Eagles keep constantly winning.
But here's the thing: the Chiefs. The reason why the Chiefs are the darlings of the NFL is because Patrick Mahomes and fucking Andy Reid. Andy Reid, the greatest coach, they want him to win so many Super Bowls because they want to act like this guy had no flaws. And, you know, Andy Reid, they want him to be the Bill Belichick.
They want the Chiefs to be the dancing queen.
Yeah, and I again, this is what I said in my off season, right? Go back and watch my live show when I said this. This is all about fantasy owners. Just being real with you. These rules are not because they want to make the game safe. If they cared about the game being safe, then some of these calls that they were calling on other quarterbacks, like you remember that hit that Justin Fields took by, well, even though Blankenship. I mean, what do? I mean, what do you do in that situation? That quarterback didn't go down into the last minute. That wasn't a hit.
Yeah, like what do you want him to do? Like normally, Justin Fields never slides.
He slid at the last minute. I'm sorry. If there should be a rule, if you slide the last minute, you get your head hit. You get a head hit. You get your head hit. That's not.
He did not give himself up as soon as he did.
And by the way, whoever decided to have cushions on their fucking helmets is probably. I want that person who decided to have practice fucking cushions on their head. It looks so stupid. It's like this game is getting so soft. No,
it looks like. And if you think about it, it doesn't even look uniform to the regular helmets.
It looks so fucking stupid. I mean, they talk about to protect their head.
Now, I'd be all for putting extra cushion on the inside of the helmet, but it has to look absolutely uniform.
Why can't the NFL, if they have so much, because they make so much money off the fines, why can't they hire referees to do their jobs? Why can't they not get these referees who know what they're doing and hire them? I swear they hire guys from college or high school. And they say, yo, you want to be an NFL referee? Yep, sure. Because these referees don't know what a fucking pass interference is anymore. They don't know. They don't even know what a legal man downfield is anymore. That rule is so stupid. It destroys rhythms of every NFL offense. They don't know what a pass interference is anymore. They call rough the passer on bad situations.
Mm-hmm.
These reps, I swear they play fantasy football because it's like you look at some of these calls against us, man. They like last week, the Pittsburgh Steelers were holding on constantly. That touchdown they had on the tight end when Russell Wilson threw that touchdown. Dude, he was holding on Nolan Smith.
Think about how much Jalen Carter was held.
Nolan Smith was getting grabbed when that flea flicker happened. They didn't bother to call that.
No.
But they're going to call Reed Blankenship for hitting them. These guys are fine. I'm swear, the NFL hates the fucking Eagles. And that's why I got this shirt. Because we're the underdogs this year. This is what we got to wear again. Because, again, no one wants to see Jalen Hurts win a Super Bowl. They want to see Jayden Daniels wins one because he's from LSU and the Commanders haven't won shit. They don't want to see the Eagles win one. They know that if Jalen Hurts wins a Super Bowl, bye-bye Mahomes. Bye-bye Mahomes, darlings of the NFL, because no one will ever be taught by Mahomes again. Jalen Hurts will be that new face.
I don't want the Chiefs to make it to the Super Bowl.
I think they'll make it, though. Because I don't number one, I think they got the number. Don't they get the number one seed?
Yeah, they could have that wrapped up this week.
I don't see the Bills. The Bills can't beat the Chiefs in the playoffs. They struggle with that.
The Ravens can't neither.
The Ravens are not. I don't think they're special either. And they brought Derrick Henry, and they don't even bother running him. I mean, what's the point of having a running back if you don't even run the ball with him? I mean, against that Eagles team, I would have ran Derrick Henry 50 fucking times to keep Lamar like, and maybe, use Lamar's legs a little bit. If that's his strength, then use it. Dude, dude, like the Chiefs are going to make it. I think it's going to be rematched with the Eagles and the Chiefs again. But I think it's going to be just like the Patriots game, the second one, not the first one. The 2 years ago was the first Patriots game versus the Eagles, just different times. Obviously, 2 less 4, 2 less 50 is a wow. But this is just a rematch. We're coming to get our lick back. You stole from us. You robbed us. That field better not be slippery again. That was the most bullshit ass fucking field I've ever seen in my lifetime. They did that shit on purpose. And it's funny, that Chiefs, not to go off topic, but that Chiefs, that Chiefs field was grown by a Chiefs fan.
No, that was an Arizona field.
Yeah, but the Chiefs fan, he grew up as a Chiefs fan.
Oh.
Didn't you hear that? He grew up as a Chiefs fan. He wanted the Chiefs to, he loved the Kansas City Chiefs.
Okay.
Like the guy who grew the grass was a Chiefs fan. It's amazing, huh? It's amazing how he's a Chiefs fan and we have a slippery field, but they don't. It's crazy. I don't want to go off topic, but that pisses me off. I hate the Chiefs, man. I hate them. And I hate the NFL so much for giving these guys, like, the refs literally help them every time.
Yes.
Like, when people tell me football is so scripted, it's like, I don't want to believe that because it's not.
And then again, there's some points like this that prove otherwise.
They're trying to make it like it is, man. It's like the Chiefs can hold on guys like crazy. The Commanders get away with holding calls. And we get penalized 5 times. We get offensive penalties left and right.
Yeah.
The dude can wiggle his finger and he gets a false start.
It's like we're the opposite of the Chiefs. Like we win in spite of the referees, and the Chiefs win because of the referees.
It's not the Philadelphia Eagles and the NFL. It's the Philadelphia Eagles, the NFL, and the referees. This is not going to be the Washington Commanders and the Eagles. No, it's going to be the Eagles and the refs. Again, because the refs are going to help the Commanders. Watch, the first drive, you're going to see the Commanders run the ball down the field. Everybody going to talk about, see Jayden Daniels, and they're going to forget 2 penalties that weren't called on the Commanders. False starts and my favorite one, the holding on Jalen Carter. They're going to overlook that, and we're going to watch these referees going to call bullshit pass interferences on us. Terry McLaurin's going to throw a tantrum because Quinion's going to shut him down, and they're going to give him a flag. And they're going to say, you see, he's holding on Terry McLaurin. Well, really, be honest, he's not. But they're going to scream for the flags, and they're going to get it tomorrow. But it's not going to matter because the Eagles are going to beat them. They're going to beat not going to beat the Commanders. They're going to beat the Washington refs, the corrupt ass refs. Watch, I'm telling you tomorrow. Because let's be real, the first game, if it was versus Washington and the Eagles, and it was a fair referee call, this wouldn't have even been close. You wouldn't be talking about the Washington Commanders and the Eagles like in the same category. That defense would have been exhausted, and it probably would have been a 50 burger on their heads. Because we were driving down the field and these referees were giving the Eagles 5-yard penalties, 10-yard penalties, false starts. The man didn't even move. You know what I'm saying? They're missing calls left and right, like that head helmet to helmet on Jalen Hurts where he got the concussion. That should have been called.
Yeah.
But they didn't call that. And that's why I don't understand how Commander fans talk and they talk crazy. Bro, the refs were helping y'all. You still lost, Brian Robinson. The refs were helping y'all. You still lost, buddy.
Yeah.
You still lost.
I love how karma works.
I mean, listen. I'm telling you, in the playoffs, man, and I'm going to say this again. The Philadelphia Eagles are going to go in the playoffs, and the refs are going to be so fucking biased. They're going to try to ruin the Eagles' reputation. You don't think the NFL wants to see Jalen Hurts win the Super Bowl? Guess what? You know what I love about Jalen Hurts is because they hate us. They hate Jalen Hurts even more. And I love it. Because if you hate my quarterback, good. I hope you hate him so much because that means you hate us too. And like I said, I don't care. I'd rather be hated than loved. So everybody complain about the tush push and it should be outruled and shut up. You didn't have an issue whenever Josh Allen does the tush push. No one says nothing about him doing it. Like, okay, so Josh Allen does it all the time. You say nothing. You say quarterback sneak. Oh, look how amazing. Look how he's able to get to the second level and he pushes the pile, but it's bad when Jalen Hurts does it.
Yeah.
Come on. Defining him for cleats, man. They have nothing, no words, no pictures, not like a Joker like Odell Beckham was wearing. He wasn't wearing gloves with Joker on it. They were cleats. And you're fining him. And the thing is, Jordan said, you know what? That's ridiculous. We're going to pay that fine. You can't hate on greatness. They even know they're hating on him. This quarterback isn't just winning the Super Bowl. That's not what it means. This is more than just winning the Super Bowl, Jalen Hurts. This is a story that Jalen Hurts is writing himself. That everybody said I wasn't this. And the narratives get crazier and crazier. Like you brought up Dominic Foxworthy, how he talked about privilege. I want to bring that up. What the fuck does that mean? You're privileged to be in that seat. Go ahead.
Zesty.
Yeah, I mean, he looks zesty. He acts zesty.
I mean, he tried to fucking diss him and compliment him at the same time. Stephen
A. Smith over there on First Take talking about first whatever the fuck the show is with Molly the annoying ass Molly whatever her name is Squirm whatever I call her Squirm you know and Shannon Sharp they're over there talking about Jalen Hurts says just show it again. Oh no, I don't think it's over yet. I don't think the beef with AJ Brown. It's like, dude, what are you talking about? Jalen Hurts has shown you, bro.
But low key.
Go ahead.
But low key, I do have to give Keyshawn Johnson some love because he did show Jalen Hurts some love. He said he didn't prove nothing to me because he proved it all year. He just proved something to the haters.
Why are these guys talking so crazy? Chase Daniels and all these guys, these fucking idiot I'm trying to explain it. These sorry, weak losers that never won nothing. Guys like Ryan Fitzpatrick, guys like Colt McCoy, guys like Chase Daniels, Dominic Foxworthy, Manuel Acho. You're bums, bruh. Y'all nothing. You done nothing. How can you sit there and get on TV and talk like you're better?
As much as we shit on McNabb, he doesn't get jealous like this over Eagles quarterbacks.
I watched them talk about I watched Ryan Fitzpatrick today talk about Justin Herbert, and he over there sitting there and said, "This guy, I don't think is the great, but he has good haircuts." What kind of weird shit are you talking? Why would you talk about it? When has it been okay to talking about? Listen, there's nothing wrong with you being LGBTQ, gay. I don't care what you are. Come out in the closet. It's all right. It's 2024. You could come out the closet, Ryan Fitzpatrick, if you like another man's hair. Okay, but you're over there talking about Justin Herbert. He has a nice hair. And
what does that have to do with the game?
What is with these weird ass fucking statements? Yeah. You look weird saying that. You over there talking about you're showing Jalen Hurts sticking his tongue out, acting like he's being gay when he does a tush push. When the guy stuck his tongue out when he was a rookie versus the Saints. That is nothing to do with him being weird. It's called smelling salt. I'm sorry, didn't you hear that? Smelling salt is what you do when you need to get energized. Sometimes you take smelling salt and it makes you stick your tongue out because there's effect in your body. It's another. They use that for football players.
Yeah.
Because Jalen Hurts might be hurt. You remember he was dealing with a finger injury. Maybe he was using
the Steelers.
But they bring up the fact that he was sticking his tongue out. And he was doing now everybody calling him push and all that. It's like, bro, you just find ways to hate on Jalen Hurts. You find ways to hate on him. You got guys that just don't know what they're talking about. Guys and the funny, these people listen to them. I wish some of these Eagle content creators would stop collabing with these guys, but they don't. Like, if Dan Sileo never clapped with shot to my guy 500, but if he never did that, he wouldn't be big like he is now.
Yeah.
If Manuel Acho never clapped, like John Clark had Manuel Acho talking about the Eagles game. This guy's a hater. Why the hell would you have him on?
Yeah.
Why is Manuel Acho not keeping the same energy? Manuel Acho talk about this team is good. That's not what you said on First Thing First. You swore down this team wasn't good enough. And LeSean McCoy, I wish he would tell Manuel Acho, bro, who is you? Like I know we're teammates, but dude, you were nothing. How can you talk about a quarterback? I don't know if LeSean McCoy can say what he wanted to say because, I'm listening to LeSean McCoy, and he's not giving these guys what they really need, and that is a reality check. Chase Daniels, you've been a bum and a backup, dude. What have you done? What have you done? Why aren't they getting on these guys' asses, man? Ryan Fitzpatrick, you haven't done nothing. How are you going to talk about another quarterback? And why are you talking about Justin Herbert's looks and haircut? That is the zesty, weird stuff that I don't understand.
Yeah.
I don't understand how it is.
It's sports, man. Like, why you keep talking about a man's looks and involving it into hate?
When did this become normal, man? When did we become so angry at a quarterback for winning?
Well, it's like what you said. It is 2024.
Like, I don't know if I don't know what the score with the Chiefs, but I bet you if I turn it on right now, Mahomes is not doing nothing special. I bet you if I turn that game on right now, I bet you Mahomes throws a pick. No one says nothing about him. But Jalen Slot throw a pick, everybody goes crazy and act like he's a bum. Now, Justin Herbert hasn't played great, and they want to put him above Jalen Hurts, even though he's never won a playoff game. I don't know if you saw CBS rankings, which I posted up because I saw him like, dude, this is sad. Heidi, did you see the CBS rankings for them?
Yeah, I did.
Did you see how biased they were?
I did.
And for anybody in the chat, let me read it for you. And because like I said, this really ain't a Commanders preview. This is more just us rambling because frankly, listen, you want us to be real with you? Again, there's nothing to talk about. The Commanders are feeling themselves. The fans are feeling themselves. The players are feeling themselves. Jaden Daniels is talking like he's special. He wearing chains. Like he wants to be Jalen Hurts so freaking bad. He wants to be Jalen Hurts so bad. He thinks he's Lamar Jackson, like he can run around with chains on his neck and shit like that.
You can be Lamar Jackson all you want to because he struggled throwing against us. So
I mean, he can be Lamar Jackson. He can't throw the ball in the pocket, and he struggles reading the defense when it's a cover too high safety. You're right. You are Lamar Jackson, a loser, a guy that will make the playoffs and lose right away.
Yep.
Oh, but you know what? You'll win MVP for making people miss. But the thing about you and Lamar Jackson, what you don't have is you're not going to win a Super Bowl. Because I keep saying this over and over again. These quarterbacks that they want to talk about being flashy, like I'm tired of people acting like Lamar Jackson is just a great quarterback and, everybody just hate on. No, I don't hate on Lamar Jackson. I watched the guy and I don't see any improvement. He's not stepping in the pocket, and he missed so many receivers. He had a wide open receiver. No one talks about it, but Jalen Hurts misses a wide guy. Everybody wants to point that out like they've never seen a guy miss wide open guys ever. Mahomes had to miss guys wide open. Jared Goff missed guys wide open. No one says nothing about them, but Jalen Hurts missed a guy wide open. He's bunt, and we need to get rid of him. Or NFL was acting like this guy's the next Tim Tebow. Like, hey, come on.
Before you go on, I do have to go to work, unfortunately.
All right, man. But I'll read you this stat and then we'll get going. Because frankly, I got nothing else to say.
All right.
Then we'll do your final thoughts and then we head out, man.
Right.
So, like I said, we're not going to do the rankings because I don't give a fuck about them. Jalen Hurts, according to ML Football, says people love stats. Here's a stat for you. He's negative for 10 for 13, 76 completion percentages, 71 rushing yards, 58 rushing yards. Passing yards, 71 passing yards. Okay, 58 rushing yards, 2 passing touchdowns, 1 rushing touchdown, and 3 total touchdowns. PFF said that. There's people in the comments about, oh, that don't mean nothing. But at the end of the day, like this is what I'm trying to say. Josh Allen went for 9/30 passing against the Texans this year. And people say nothing about him. But we over there complaining because Jalen Hurts had a bad game versus the Panthers. And then he goes out and plays against Steelers. And we acting like this guy forgot how to throw the ball. I need people to understand this. Don't look at the teams on our schedule. Look who we have in the locker. And that's all I'm going to say with it. Eagles. Oh, your girl is in here, by the way. Quinisa.
Holla, holla.
Beat the cockroach. Bro, we're blowing them out, man.
You're blowing them out. You have nothing to worry about.
We gonna talk about the Commanders tomorrow more if we can get the collab going on. This was just me and Hayden was just talking, and it's going to sound like we're rambling. We are rambling. There's nothing real much to talk about. I'm feeling great. I think we're going to beat the Commanders. Hayden might got to go to work soon, so I'm going to wrap it up quicker. My final prediction is this: run the ball, set up the pass, you win the fucking game. Get AJ and Devontae going. I would love to see Jahan Dotson going. Hell, get Johnny Wilson going. Get these guys going. Run the ball, pass the ball. You win the game. Take time off the clock. Put Jaden Daniels on the sidelines. Make him throw the ball. Take away his number one receiver. You win the game. Shut down his running game. Shut the RPO down like you did last time. If we play the exact same way you did last time, we're winning this fucking game.
We're blowing them out 31-14. That's all I got to say.
38-7.
Ooh, okay.
8-7. I don't think it's going to be a matchup at all. I think they score 7 points, and that's going to be the last quarter. 38-7. They're going to get it. I'll even let me give them more, not bias. 38-13. 38-13. Philadelphia Eagles over the Commanders. I think they score one touchdown in the first half, and I think they score a field goal. And then they score another field goal. So like 10, 11, so it'd be 13, right? So yeah, that's why I think it's going to happen. I don't think they're going to do what they want to do, and I think the Commanders' passing defense is going to get ripped apart because I think the Marshawn Lattimore situation, they're going to have us in the first quarter and in the second half. Guess what? That passing defense is going to be exposed, and I think we get that rookie. I think AJ is going to go against that rookie, and I think Devontae is going to go against Marshawn Lattimore. I think they're not going to put him on AJ Brown. Marshawn Lattimore would be better off with Devontae Smith. Just because I think he's coming off at first game. You want him to feel good. Put him on Devontae Smith. I want to see that rookie corner. They're hyping up. Number 0, whatever it is. Yeah, he's going to be 0, right? He's going to be AJ Brown's new son. All right. And they're going to have to draft another cornerback because you saw the other corner. It is what it is, man. But like I said, I think we're going to win. And I think Dan Quinn's going to shoot himself in the foot again. I think they're going to try to be aggressive again. They're going to try to go for it again. But this time, they're not going to run the ball. He's just going to get swallowed up in the backfield. I got us having 7 sacks. Actually, I got us having 7 sacks, 1 forced fumble in this game. And I think either Slay or Quinyon Mitchell or C.J. Gardner-Johnson gets a pick or blank ship. So, yeah. What's your final thoughts?
My final thoughts are, pretty much everything you said. It's going to be a blowout, bro. I don't look at Washington as much.
Yeah, we're going to be smoking the Commanders pack, man. Smoking the sweet pack. Matter of fact,
I'm going to get my $50 from PSN.
Yep, this is the only thing I'm worried about. There's the broom. The broom. Nice and easy. Come on. Sweeping you. There we go. Come on. Let's make that room. I need my room swept, man. So hurry up. Hurry up so we can beat you. You know what I'm saying? I got nothing else to say. You know what I'm saying? You're going to be sweeping my room. I got candy wrappers everywhere. I got to sweep too, by the way. So I got to get off soon. Get off in a second. So, yeah, that's my final thoughts. I mean, your final thoughts is we're going to win. I agree. And I'm sure the Command fans are going to talk. Consecrate's going to talk tomorrow. We're going to see what we can do. But, yeah, it is what it is. You got any final thoughts before we head out, man? We've been talking for a long time. I've been going in circles. But, listen, this is the Highway Champ podcast. We don't go on script. We go on what we want to talk about.
That's right.
We different in other podcasts, man. This is just where we just say what we want. And we don't care how people feel. We do not script anything. We do not say, what we're going to talk about. No, we just go off script. And some people might not like it. It is what it is. This is how we do things. It is what it is, man. Yeah. So, all right, man. So I appreciate for everybody watching. As always, hit that like button, subscribe to Hayden, Subscribe to me. Hottie got to get to work. I don't want to hold him too much. It's over at 3 p.m. So yeah, enjoy your day. Go Birds. Hold up and put the intro and then we get out, man.
It's your man, EC1.
What is going on, everybody? Where you hide?
You don't allow Zach Wilson to convert on third fucking downs, dude. It was easy throws, man. He plays that zone. You just gotta hold the players like that. I can't. You know what I'm saying? When your defensive tackles are missing tackles, when your safeties are missing tackles, when your quarterbacks are missing tackles, okay, other than James Bradbury, you're not winning football games. Take your chance to see what you want.
So you can listen.
Go get Amos. Go get some good receiver. Because Jalen Rager's not
on your hand, please. And a better coaching staff too. We'll call you a cannibal.
It's like, dude, you gotta listen. You know what I'm saying? Where you going? Trying to. Where you going at?
Coming in the you wrong. What you saying, man? Because where you hiding, internet?
You know what I'm saying? Come on.
You know what I'm saying? What a star. You know what I'm saying?
He went out bold, had a couple touchdowns.
Quarterback out. Listen, man. This is the thing that we didn't do in the for nothing. We never took advantage of it. He was a bad character. That's why he was in there. He was going out there. This is a guy that's humble and respectful. He gave you the luxury to build around him. Down. Zach Woods was sitting down. Because I was around. Because I never think that we're playing a cupcake schedule. This was a team that don't get blown out.
Bijan's not lasting past 10.
Football teams
Someone's going to take him out.
Instead, he goes to the corner to Smith.
I don't think he gets past
right
I don't think he gets past Dallas.
The Bears would actually be perfect because they
really didn't win the division because it's not clinched. Because we needed it. And you saw the difference versus the Giants game. You know, we were definitely going to go to 49.